Not the one I want to play. The one I want to play right here.
Yeah, West Side. They try to bury the message, but the cold won't grow. Facts. No more idols, no more thrones. Only code and control.
Only code and control.
Kept the lines to the truth encrypted. Killer leader code, born revolution scripted. Malcolm in the shadows, bumpy moving the streets. Fred with the vision, still the system feels heat. Propaganda can't bend what's engraved in the soul. Bumpy moving the streets. Fred with the vision, still the system feels heat. Propaganda can't bend what's engraved in the soul. Every cipher I spit up blows another node. No Judas in the quiet, no betrayal trace. Every voice a mirror, unity's in the face. Every move revolutionary, every loss ignite. From the soil grow, every verse uploads, every cipher we sow. We think in silence when the light took the streets, them knows. No more leaders on the code, watch the system blow, blow. They can't take us out now.
They can't take us out.
We just rise again.
Just rise again.
Every time they strike us out now.
They can't take us out.
We just rise again.
Just rise again.
Every time they strike, code provides again.
Yeah.
Every time they strike, code provides again. No more leaders, only code. Malcolm Sharp's speech to Hampton's last stand. We inherit the blueprint, redesign the land. They can cage the flesh.
Get them lights up. Come on in here, get them lights up.
Malcolm Sharp's speech to Hampton's last stand. We inherit the blueprint, redesign the land. They can cage the flesh.
Get them lights up. Come on in here, get them lights up.
For the next to be, kill the truth in the cipher, encrypted in the flow. Need a password, watch the system overflow. No more idols, no more thrones. People's code, people's code. Every verse a revolution, every change a home. They thought by killing the leaders, they killed a dream. Nah. But the dream was never in the man. By killing the leaders, they killed a dream. Nah. But the dream was never in the man. But the dream was never in the man.
So, glitching out and stuff. Let me know if y'all can hear me. If I'm not, let me know. Right? Am I glitching out? Y'all gonna get them likes up, man. We gotta talk. Man, I don't know if y'all was in the room earlier, but I didn't get to see his beginning, but I saw probably like 45 minutes, an hour. Tariq's on TikTok, y'all. Shout out to Tariq. He's on the brother. He's been kind of on TikTok. And was on wasn't on today. I heard on people's panel chopping it up with people, man. But it was just good to see Tariq on TikTok, y'all. It was good, man. And he did his thing, man. He came on in Tariq fashion. I think he had like 1,000 people in the room when I was up in there, 800 to 1,000. I mean, I was in the queue waiting, and it was like 100 people just in the queue, just 100 people waiting in the queue. So I kind of had a feeling I wasn't going to get up waiting, and it was like 100 people just in the queue, You know, just 100 people waiting in the queue. So I kind of had a feeling I wasn't going to get up. But old 𝗣𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝘀𝗶cie got up. Shout out to my sister, 𝗤𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀. When she got up, I swear to God, she was like 20 feet tall. To my sister, 𝗤𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀. When she got up, I swear to God, she was like 20 feet tall. She got up and started giving out scholarship. Oh yeah, he definitely held his own. He got up there and she put them Zulus in check. Okay, she put them after got up there and she put them Zulus in check. Okay, she put them lion ass tethered in check. History. And then, whoa, did Tariq just call the Buganda kingdom and said he was part of the LGBTQ community? Did Tariq just really say that on live? He said, the dude said, I'm from Uganda, or the LGBTQ community. Did Tariq just really say that on live? He said, the dude said, I'm from Uganda. He said, you mean Buganda? You from Buganda? What was it called before Uganda? He said it was Buganda. And then he said their king was buck breaking them. Okay. He said they were unaliving themselves because the king was buck breaking them, family. Their own king was buck breaking them until he got exiled by England. Okay. That is crazy, family. Hey, hold up. I didn't want to believe it was so. And then I looked it up. I had to, you know, one thing I like about Tariq, you can, if he says something, all y'all go look this Buganda. Before it was called Uganda, it was called Buganda. Okay, I didn't even know that. Okay, I thought he was roasting them, man. I thought he was just roasting. I went and looked it up, family. They had an LGBTQ king, and he was buck breaking. He was a king. Family, this is crazy. All I'm gonna say is it's crazy out here. Hopefully y'all can hear me and I'm not going in and out. My connection might be a little bit unstable today, but we gonna work through it. We're gonna work through it. Going in and out. My connection might be a little bit unstable today, but we gonna work through it. We're gonna work through it. But shout out to Tariq. He was on TikTok live roasting Tethers, family. In Twitter hit him. Because you got all these people that get on TikTok and they think they're scholars, you know, especially these Tethers. They come on here and they think they can just tell us, and they try to say, "Oh, Tariq is your leader," you know, all that stuff, man. Listen, man, Tariq is definitely an icon in our community. He's a giant. He's a filmmaker. You know, he's a lot of things, man. He's a comedian. He's definitely an icon in our community. He's a giant. He's a filmmaker. You know, he's a lot of things, man. He's a comedian. He's one of the best at roasting people. He's just done a lot of things. He's an activist. He's just or distant with them. You can never take away that brother's work. That brother has work in the game, and he's not a young cat or distant with them. You can never take away that brother's work. That brother has work in the game, and he's not a young cat. You know, he's the old cat. He's the older cat, I should say. And he got his stripes in. Shout out to that brother, man. But now y'all know. Now he got his stripes in. Shout out to that brother, man. But now y'all know. Now y'all know. Now y'all know. Now I'm so happy that the Tethers know. The Tethers now y'all had y'all opportunity. He brung y'all up. I think he brought a Creole woman up there. I wasn't on for that. He brought up Africans. He brought up Puerto Rican, and he swung like flies, man. I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, your scholarship skills weren't where. Let's just keep it above. Your scholarship and your debating skills is not on his level. It's not on his level. Now, here's the thing that a lot of people don't know, man. It's not on his level. It's not on his level. Now, here's the thing that a lot of people don't know, man. Americans, and he codified the language even more, and really solidified the lineage. We don't always listen, family. He's right. There's 45, 50 million of us, and we don't all think the same. We don't even all think like Tariq, and back, and others have their points. We all have points. We all have a little back, and others have their points. We all have points. We all have a little piece of stuff, and we're together, and we're big picture. We all have pieces of, we all have pieces of, we all got pieces of our lineage, man. I know we got a bunch of lives cracking off. I know FBA 𝗵𝗴𝗵𝗵𝗵 got a live sister again, man. All seen 𝗵𝗴𝗵𝗵𝗵. Man. She's standing on business, all the way on business. I was so proud seeing her up there, and she just boom was putting those man, brother. She came with the scholarship, man. I was trying to get up there. Shout out to Brian. I was trying to get up there, man, but there was like 100 people in the queue. I felt like I was on Twitter. There's like 100 people in the queue. It's like you be on. I felt like I was on Twitter. There's like 100 people in the queue. It's like you be on. If I'm choppy, if y'all can see me or not, let me bring up my brother Brian up here. There we go. What's up, brother?
Man.
What's going on?
Oh, chilling, man. That live was bananas, fam.
Wasn't it? Man, I was so proud. Man. I was so proud seeing 𝗵𝗴𝗵𝗵𝗵 up there, and then hearing Tariq just. I think we might be seeing Tariq more on TikTok, man. That's gonna be a good thing.
Man, I am so happy he came on here, bro, because I'm so tired of I'm pretty sure you deal with it, I deal with it, but we deal with a lot of people, not just the Africans, but people from the lineage on this land that don't like him. We gotta come back. I'm happy he here, and whatever they gotta say, they can talk to him.
Yeah, so man, listen, it's just gonna get stronger because it's one thing coming from us. They gotta hear from Tariq also, man. And there's so many Tariq haters. Let's keep it above. There's so many Tariq haters on here. So many. And love him or hate him. Love him or hate him. You can't take away what he means to our community and what he's done for the community. You take accolades and it themselves, man. So shout out to that brother, man. And again, let me just give 𝗵𝗴𝗵𝗵𝗵 her flowers, man. And 𝗵𝗴𝗵𝗵𝗵 on business, man. And she sat on a check. Was 𝗵𝗴𝗵𝗵𝗵 like 20 feet tall in the live, man?
Yeah, wasn't it?
He was like 20 feet tall, brother. Tariq couldn't do nothing but be like, damn, this is the go. Just let her go. Just let her go.
In that blazer, bro.
Hey, and she does it all the time, brother. No matter what live she go to, she gonna stand on your chest and cave it in, man. If you a tether, just understand we got people in our community that actually know the history, that actually got the scholarship. Exactly. And can back up everything they say. But that 𝗵𝗴𝗵𝗵𝗵, when he talked about 𝗵𝗴𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗵, oh my God, brother.
Now when he talked about the Indian girl, whatever that girl was, talk about she was Section 8 babbling, that had me crying.
She was Section 8 babbling.
I'm about to use that one.
I know, I'm about to use that one too. Girl, you Section 8 babbling. Stop it. Stop it. But when he started talking about that dude from Uganda and said that the name of his country used to be Buganda, I looked it up. It's true.
I didn't know that.
And they had an LGBTQ king that was buck breaking. That's true.
I didn't know that.
England had to come over and exile him. That's how it stopped.
That's good to know now. So now I can mess with them on that now.
Wasn't your name Buganda before it was Uganda? Like, damn, man. Listen, They can't say nothing, man. These Africans can't say nothing. They better not say anything. Listen, they don't have a leg to stand on. They come from poverty. They come from a lot of bad things. I don't want to mention the child marriages going on. I mean, we can just bring up so much stuff. They're not us.
They not us, bro. We don't even think like them, act like
We
them.
don't think like that, act like that. Their criminality is different from our criminality.
Mm-hmm.
It's just different.
It's different, man. It's no thought.
We don't
Our
think.
criminality is different. We got a spirit with our criminality.
Yeah, it's different. Well, listen. We're not known for scamming.
Mm-mm.
We're not known for scamming. Yeah, we may rob. We may run up. We may do some house invasion, something like that. We may have some gang violence problem where we gonna, we may be the most violent to our own people, and that can be said either way, But we're not them.
Nah, we ain't them Africans, man. We ain't the Mexicans. We ain't no immigrant group.
None of them. Man, listen, man. We're not ruling over our women like they do. We don't do that. We just don't do that. Listen, our men we're so masculine. We don't have to.
Nope. We know our strength.
A 5'5" African yelling at his 6-foot wife. Do what I say, woman. Do it. We don't got that problem. We not skinny frail like you. We got a deep voice when we speak. When I speak, my woman gonna listen. She gonna be like, okay. We don't have that problem. Like they gotta be over masculine to rule a woman. They gotta be so patriarchal to rule over a woman. We don't have to do that. We just be like, baby, just go in there and shut up. I love you. What? We don't have to do none of that stuff they do. We don't have to do no woman circumcision.
You ain't lying. Listen to our songs that we write to our women. Even the songs that we write to our women.
Man, we love our women. We cherish them. Put them on the same plane as us, man. Baby, whatever you want, just go in there and get it. I ain't even tripping right now. You just go. If I got it, you got it.
Yep.
Them, they like every dollar, every cent. You bring it to me right now.
Bring it to me.
Bring me the money.
They be having they women at them little swap meets out there in their homeland while they at the house doing nothing.
Man, listen. Who wants to put their wife out there selling scars all day till 10 p.m. midnight? Who wants to do that?
With the baby now. They don't even keep the baby. They don't even keep the baby.
Hey, you keep the baby and you stay out there and you hustle till 10 p.m. and then you come home and you make dinner and you do this. Who does that?
Man, a black American woman ain't finna fall for no shit like that.
Come on, man.
Black American woman go out there in the middle of the street selling stuff, then we at the house. No black American woman even put up this shit.
They call it street hawking. Who wants to put their wife out there and have her street hawk all day?
Exactly, man. But yeah, I just came up here to chop it up with you, brother.
Yeah, man, good seeing you.
I'm finna get ready, man. We finna hit this S Club.
Check in on you, brother. Yeah, I'm about to come in and check on your live, but I see your video though. Your video.
Oh, as long as you see the video, that's the main thing.
Yeah, your video will be playing on Twitter and TikTok, brother. So come on, man.
Hey, we trying to get the word out, bro. Oh, most definitely, Tariq gave me a boost after today, after these 2 days. So now I got a lot to talk about this week.
Come on,
a lot. Oh, it's gonna be crazy, bro. Matter of fact, I might order me some clothes in a minute, man, so I can look nice on the camera this week. But anyway, man, much love to you, brother. You be safe out there.
You too, brother. Take care. Yeah, man. Listen. If y'all wasn't in that live, man, it's one thing to see him on Twitter, watch him on YouTube. But he came on TikTok today and he put it down, family. I can't wait. I can't wait to see more Tariq, man. I'm going to hop in. I got nothing but love for that brother, man. He's done a lot for our community. I'm out here in California, so I've actually been to the museum. Regardless of what anybody may say about it, it's fantastic from it. Family, it's all ours. It's 100% black owned. That's all you. Instead of hating on my brother Tariq, trying to say whatever you want to say, brother. Everybody should be applauding this brother because he's self-made. He's self-made. He's not. He didn't take the money like Charlie. Think about this, family. Charlie Kirk took the money. Oprah took the money. The list goes on of all the people that took the money. But Charlie Kirk took the money and then he tried to renege, and look what happened to him, family. We don't have heroes like that. We don't have heroes that take the money and then they got to get dealt with because they not doing what they supposed to do. Tariq got his money all from our people. Our people put him on. And that's the most important thing, brother. And that's how you want to be. I don't want the dominant society money. I don't want anything to do with that money. I want to keep my stuff clean.
What's going on? What's going on? I heard you talk about the
you, brother?
Aspect, bro.
Huh?
I mean, disagree with Tariq Nasheed, but also I agree with some points he makes. But the dude did take the money and run with the museum aspect because he marketed like he was going to build a big complex on Crenshaw, but he actually landed on some BS. If I'm not,
what can you do? I'm out here, brother. What can you do when the city says no?
The city doesn't. No, he took people's money.
If the
though.
city don't, if the
millions
city
of
don't
dollars.
sell it to you, are you out here, brother, in LA? Are you out here?
I'm from North Carolina.
If the city don't sell you the land, if they give you that bullshit and say you can't buy here, if they tell you no, what you gonna do about it? You can't do nothing.
That's how that went down because he was making excuses about that.
No, that's how it went down, bro. That's really how it went down.
It literally isn't because I've observed his lives.
I've been to the one on Jefferson Street, and it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. I've been there.
I have observed his lies, and the man has lied to his fan base. For real talk. But yeah, it wasn't no Russian or whatever European person he was talking about. He literally pocketed that money to fund paying for his own rent and going on vacation. Like it is what it is, bro.
Brother, let me tell you something, brother. I'm not gonna sit here and pocket watch that brother. Okay, I know what that brother did was phenomenal.
Bro, he did
100% black money. He didn't do no Dr. Umar. What about all the money Dr. Umar pocketed? And he got a loan on his.
Both of them. Both.
He got a loan on his. No, it's not the same because this brother owns his outright.
He put out. Yeah, I can say that he did put out that museum, but at the end of the day, the man did not build up what he did it in record time. In that video.
The brother raised $2 million in 1 month. Who can do that?
A lot of people actually. If you have a GoFundMe or any type of fundraising website,
that raised $2 million from black folks in 1 month. Who do you know that did that?
A lot of speakers that's in the black community, such as Jason Black.
I'm glad Tariq is on TikTok, brother, because I can't wait for you to talk to him and address that. Bring that up to him, brother, so he can tell you himself.
Because I have been on his live shows, and I actually called him out on taking content from the Aboriginal paradigm because he doesn't throw out respect to people like Phoenix Moon or Johnny Aborigine or Young Noble because he actually used their memes.
I don't know who they are and what memes they have. I don't know what that is.
He did a Thanksgiving address back in 2019, 2018, if I'm not mistaken, talking about how Black Americans are Aboriginals, and he took where he's talking about Alexander Van Woot and all. He actually took that off of a meme from Johnny Aborigine reshared on Pinterest. So I know these people because I have them on speed dial.
He didn't give them he didn't give them prop. What didn't he do? He didn't give them that. He didn't say
he doesn't know too much about the Aboriginal information aspect. And another person that you would probably know from one of his lives is Dane Calloway. He's been taking content from that brother too, and mocking him and mocking how his cadence and stuff like that. So we know that this man is a content thief, and he also took in this tether thing from my boy Alquan, aka Hardcore, because he was the only one out here talking about how Caribbeans with this Pan-African stuff are the main ones telling people to go to Africa, but they themselves aren't even going over there, and Tariq took that and turned it into an African versus Black American thing.
That's very interesting, brother. That's very interesting, brother. I'm gonna just say like this. I don't know. I don't know, but that sounds.
You don't know. You gotta know. People gotta have their ears to the streets, brother.
Brother, I'm just saying I don't know, but here's my thing, and I'm gonna just be this is the way I believe. Is he lying? Is the message he's saying off, or is it on point? Does he have the scholarship?
Half and half. It's half and half.
Okay, you can say half and half, but I will say this: I haven't seen anybody that can out debate Tariq yet, and he brings up the scholarship, and the brother's memory's on point. So
I have out debated him.
He may have heard, you know, and a lot of times, man, we're all kind of saying the same thing. Let's keep it a buck. We're all kind of saying the same thing. So that doesn't mean I got it. Just because I hear something, don't mean I wasn't already talking about it. It's just somebody has a louder microphone than me. That's all that is. Mm-hmm. And you might and maybe that's what's going on. Your guys that you're talking about, I've never heard of them, but I've heard of Tariq. So because Tariq has a louder microphone, maybe it seems like it's coming from Tariq, but maybe he did get it from them. But his microphone's louder. What can you do? What can you do?
Bet. I seen his American Maroon documentary, and that was nothing but filler. Like, he couldn't mention anything else besides the Great Dismal Swamp and information from fringe groups that's stealing information from African Americans ain't African and mixing the dope with Hebrew Israelite and Moorish stuff rather than sticking to the Aboriginal information. Like, many of Black Americans have rumors of coming from specific indigenous American tribes, and he doesn't even look into that.
He should. And that's one thing where we don't. I'm indigenous, brother. I can't find no African in my family tree. Down to my 8th cousin. I can't find no YT in my family tree. I've done my DNA. I can't find any relative living today from Africa. All my relatives come from here. And I can go back to 1790 in my genealogy. I'm lineage verified. If you see the Too Much LV25, that means not only do I have a genealogist in my family that did my genealogy for me, I went and got it verified. So now the information, I had another group come in and do my genealogy, and they said, "Yeah, man, you're of the lineage. Your reparations ready, whatever they want to call it."
Mm-hmm. And that's what most Black Americans should tap into, rather than just sticking to some personality. Like, most people neglect going to a registry of vital statistics, going to the National History and Archive Center, the Smithsonian, or what's that other thing? The History and Archive Center. I mentioned that. Yeah, but people don't look into their own family trees. Like, it's not just, oh, we need somebody that's a Black figure in the community to help guide us. No, it's up to you to do that. The information out here, you can literally pay for it or just get it for free just by going to these places where your people come from.
I know this. I got people that were slaves in my family tree. I got people that are indigenous in my family tree. I've done my genealogy. I go all the way back to 1790 for right now in this country. I can go back further than that. But as of right now, I can go back to 1795 to be exact.
Where your people come from? Are they from the South or the Eastern, Northeast?
I got my people come from West Virginia, Alabama, North Carolina, and South Carolina. Georgia as well. Yeah, my people come from there. West Virginia. My mother's side of the family come from West Virginia, Ohio. My father's side's Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina.
All right, so you came from like any other indigenous groups that's Accomack or Saponi or
𝗖𝗁𝗍𝗁𝗍 and Blackfoot is the ones I know for right now.
Blackfoot. So you're talking about the 𝗖𝗁𝗍𝗁𝗍 or the people like the 𝗤𝗏, Tuscarora type people? Because the Blackfoot, that's literally associated when I hear a lot of people from the Southeast, that's associated with 𝗤𝗏 or the Tuscarora or Lone type people.
You sound like you know more than me, but My great grand uncle was a full blooded Cherokee. Now I don't know why my great great grandfather isn't a full blooded Cherokee when they have the same mother and father.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they had 5 children, and only out of the 5 children was the grand uncle. He was full blooded Cherokee, but they all have the same mother and father. So that lets me know that reclassification was real.
Mm.
That's what that lets me know.
That's
Maybe he
old.
came out a little lighter, a little darker. I don't know, but he's labeled full blooded. But they have the same mother and father of my grandfather. My grandfather was labeled a Negro.
Because that's common within the documents. They classified a lot of Indians as Negro on paper going back. And this is before the 1870 and what your boy Tariq always talks about, oh, people lineage going to 1870. No, the lineage goes back even further than that.
It does. It does. Like I said, mine go back to 1790 for right now.
Mm-hmm.
I still have other potentials. I could just go on Ancestry.com and just start messing with my potentials and adding them. I can do that easily.
Well, yeah, and with these DNA tests, they're inconclusive because they're not actually testing indigenous groups that's relevant to us. And they certainly didn't build no team of archaeologists to go to the places that were destroyed in Africa that sold people into slavery like that. So what they're actually doing is comparing our saliva to living people today and saying, oh, you share a common ancestor within the BCE on haplogroups, but nothing in the autosomal proves like a slave lineage relative.
Right. What's
And
up,
when they talk about things like the Cocktogen furnace or what's that, the Soccer community in Virginia or Manhattan, these are people that they're excavating that are already of mixed heritage. They got Indian already in them, so you wouldn't be able to tell what African that they came from literally within the antebellum or the colonial period because it's lost through recombination.
Right. See, Tariq, he'll talk about African, like, the out of Africa theory. That's where he's coming from.
What, Darwinism?
He talks about that everybody's has African ancestry.
Yeah, he got to put that to bed, bro.
I don't believe in that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I believe that actually they came from us. I believe that we were the first. We were the original people. I believe just all those things they were talking about were going on over there in Egypt and Mesopotamia and all through Greek and Rome. Nobody has the information that was going on over here, though.
Yeah,
we had things going on over here, and I believe we were far more advanced than what they were over there. I believe that if I want to go biblical, Melchizedek was from here, and he just traveled over there. That's why they didn't know where he came from, and he was considered a devout, holy man who served a God that was higher than all the other gods. What
about the prophecies of like Prester John? Have you ever heard of that? Because I've heard like a lot of songs talking about that within Indigenous American, especially Afro-Bahamian, like Mardi Gras Indians referencing Proctor John in their songs, or heck, even Prince referenced Proctor John within that Batman album with Party Man. But yeah, it's real funny style how these people want to use Darwin science when it ain't talking about no origins of black people. It's just only talking about great apes, shards of great ape bones at that. Not even a human.
There's people I know from the Nation of Islam who say that 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀 went over there and start messing around, was like a mad scientist, start messing around with DNA and splicing and things like that, and created those people over on that side. So I'm just like, my thing is this: I believe in the Most High God. I believe in our ancestors, and I believe that actually everything started over here, not over there. That's what I believe.
Yeah, because I can't mess with the NOI either, because they messing with the Scientologists. Like, come on now. Like, when do we wanted to align ourselves with these funny style religions and stuff like that when we're the original makers of spirituality? Like, why would I go for something like a remix, made up space alien, ancient alien stuff when we already have the stories? It's just that these people want to.
Listen, brother. I don't believe that I don't believe in aliens. I don't believe in spaceman. I don't believe in Sky Daddy. I don't believe in none of that stuff. I believe that we are the gods and the goddesses on this earth, and we've always been. Like I say this all the time. You put a hatchet in my hand. You put a bow and arrow in my hand. I'm taking a scalp.
Mm-hmm.
But you put it in a 5'5" Hispanic, he ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
He ain't doing nothing with that hatchet. He's doing nothing. But you put it in my hand, somebody 6 foot, athletic, tall. I'm putting foot to ash. When you're talking about somebody going up against a more powerful force and holding them off, that's us. When you talk about the 1 can slay 1,000 and the 2 can slay 10,000, that's us. I don't know any other group of people that can do that. Realistically. I'm not talking about fictitiously. I'm talking about realistically. Who's the 1 that can slay 1,000 and the 2 that can slay 10,000? It's only us. I don't see the Africans doing that because, man, majority of their continent can't even fight. They get beat up by their women. We see it on the videos. 5'5" Native American. Come on, man. Riding on a horse, man. I just can't see them holding off the English or the French or the Spanish.
My 2 words: buffalo soldiers.
Exactly. Exactly.
With shitty equipment, and they beat up all the Native Americans with just 52 hand blocks. Come on now.
That's what I'm saying. I just can't see it realistically that playing out because every time I look at my people, we're tall, we're lean. Even the 5'7" of us got that skinny strength, and they'll give you the business.
Heck, even the burly fat niggas.
You guys delineate without bringing up Africans. I don't get it. Like, why are you fixated on Africans?
Y'all fixated on us. Y'all come over here talking about we 𝗏𝗏𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗀𝗶cie lazies and black on black crime when y'all come over here. What you mean? We ain't talking about y'all rebels in Africa.
Tariq was roasting y'all today, brother. He came in the TikTok space and he swatted y'all like flies, brother. I watched it.
They had a token Hispanic woman up there named Carolina.
Okay. First of all, most Africans don't even know about Tariq Nasheed. You know,
y'all know who he is.
No, we don't. We don't.
Y'all still sad about
so, like I said, black African
colors.
Black Africans make up.
And y'all also know about the
Can I finish, sir? You just jumped in.
You just came on the panel. You actually skipped me, homie.
Delineation was first, brother. So you're gonna wait till my brother speaks. That's for sure, and then you can talk. Go ahead, delineation.
Yeah, like this is what's wrong with some of the Africans. They just want to skip the line, just like the white T-man. As soon as they come over to America or go over to even a black American space, they want to skip the line and think that they're above everybody else. It's crazy.
You're the merchant and I'm the vendor, bitch. Like my dick, dirty ass slave.
Whoa.
Whoa, you disrespecting the lineage?
And then they flee. And then they flee. That's what they're known for. Fleeing and lying. Fleeing and scamming. Fleeing and scamming and fleeing and lying and scamming. Same thing. That's what they're known for. They can never get that stigma off of them. No matter what they do, they're always going to be known for the number one thing they do the most. They're ashamed of where they come. They'll never tell you what country they come from because they're ashamed. Like the brother who said he was from Uganda, and then Tariq said, "You mean Buganda?" And you mean y'all had an emperor or a king that was buck breaking y'all? And then I had to look it up. I said, "No, Tariq can't be right on this. He's lying." They wasn't called no Buganda, and they didn't have no king. Africans don't buck break over there. That's not someone that's African.
Bro, they eunuchs, bro. They
The
eunuchs
king
to
was
the
butt
Arabs,
naked.
bro.
Yeah, the eunuchs. Yeah, eunuchs to the Arabs. Yeah.
No cap, no bull crap. Tiboo tip. Ain't me playing
Wow.
these games. Like literally, the Horners be claiming to be YT, and they in the Arab League. Come on now.
Mm-hmm. I thought Tariq did his job today, man. He represented the FBA well. He put it down. He let it be known. These Africans now are going to be triple scared. They thought they were scared of us, but now Tariq is over here.
There's
It's
no
going to be a
safe.
whole other ball game.
There's no safe space. There's no safe space for him
There's
right
no
now.
safe space for him, man.
So like that was one of the things I've been kind of peeping because like I've been on X, I've been on Clubhouse, I've been on, and these guys migrate and they feel like they could propagate and talk their stuff and don't think that people are not watching their behavior. They don't act like people ain't got like 4 or 5 different social media accounts and
Mm-hmm.
engaging and pushing whatever they pushing on these different platforms. And that's the thing that is crazy that they're allowed to do that. There was something that this young brother had on the profile. I shared it along on my page, but they were talking about how these immigrant groups are paid to push negative content about our community. And I even touch upon it lightly as well, even down to the Russian bots. When we out here pushing for reparations, these guys is out here lying on our community, so we can't get what's owed. Like these are human rights violations, right? Now it would be wrong if we come through and blitz them though across the sea. They'll say we're wrong for that. But they out here um messing with the livelihood of our community. Jenna trying to do a soft unaliving, if you get what I mean, because there ain't no such thing as no soft unaliving. Either you unalive in a group or you're not. If you get if you can read in between the lines,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's getting to
Hey,
a
brother,
point.
make sure you shout out your book, brother. This brother wrote a book. I'm about to get it real soon. But based on what you were going over, everybody need this is a must read. You got to put it in your library. You got to have it. What's the name of your book, brother?
Delineationology, the science of delineation for the Negro American. I talk about a lot of criminality, and I talk about it from a historical lens. So I talk about every time we went with a war or WAR, I forgot we on TikTok. Every time we go a WAR with a group of people, these other group of people have a problem with us. So it's funny when you brought up, you could bring up the Mexican War, some of the Native Americans, you can bring up some of the Asians. You break down all these wars, these individuals have a direct issue with our community because the United States would not be would it be militaristically if they didn't have the support of Negroes. That's why I kind of stay with just the history of that.
Did you like use Neely Fuller Jr.'s 9
Yes,
areas of
Nitty.
activity
Yes,
and
Nitty Fuller's in there. I
did you
shout out
break
Dr.
down like how the crime statistics does not like delineate Caribbean or Africans
I lightly
from
touch
Black
upon.
Americans?
I more or less talk about how we can actually start capturing them and how we should be viewing it as criminality. Like I come from the lens of cultural appropriation, them appropriating the culture, them impersonating the culture, them fabricating their information on government documentation, saying that hey, I'm 𝗵𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘂𝘁, but no, you're not writing down other and identifying who you are, taking scholarship money. I even get on the boule on the other flip side of it about them even discriminating against our community because we're not boule. Like these are the things like I got a master's. They don't want me in certain environments because I'm not associated with them. So I don't know if you guys know Dr. Randy Short. They did the exact same to that brother too.
Yeah, I know
And
Dr.
a
Randy.
lot of educated brothers and sisters who, if we're not a part of these type of organizations, especially if we have advanced degrees, they will keep us out of certain jobs. And that perpetuates to the soft unaliving, if you get what I mean, to our people. Where you're blocking our best and our brightest that could be that doctor, that lawyer, that person that could get our people out of the predicament that they're in, and they're doing it Sorry about that. I got my cat. She acting up.
That's all
But
good. But you know what, brother? You
yeah.
know what, brother? It's a new day, brother, because we have an FBA coin that's going to hit the street soon. And let me tell you, brother, we're funding our scientists. We're going to fund our thought leaders. We're going to fund, brother, we're not going to let our people, listen, we want our people to come out of the dominant society and come into the FBA ecosystem where you're really safe, where you're really sound, where your people are going to lift you up at all times. We're not going to let our brightest be broke anymore. I don't want us tempted with either sell out to the YT man or I don't eat. That's not going to happen anymore.
You Dr. Frances Wells, she died broke, man.
Man, and that's a shame.
Yeah, and she should never.
And that's a shame.
Yeah, and that was one of the things, like there's a lot of brothers and sisters that they keep us out of these professions because they know that we're going to look out for our community. Like there's certain jobs that I can't even. It got to the point because some of the things I've written in books and scholarship wise, they don't want me to have access to metal weapon, if you get what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
It's that bad. And then people don't understand the levels of discrimination and oppression that we really are facing as a people. Like they're not playing with us, and we don't need to be playing with them. We really don't. Because it's getting really real out there in these streets. Like people, right. It's really getting real, and we don't need to play any games with these people because they don't want us to be here. Like they really don't, and it's not me speaking like it's disparaging. It's just the reality that we're unfortunately living in. Unfortunately,
brother, let me tell you something, brother. What you're building and what you're about to do for our community, I'm not even going to talk about it on here. But what you're about to do for our community, man, we're gonna make sure it happens. We're gonna make sure it happens because it's 100% needed.
You know how many times I wake up getting upset that we don't know how many men, women, and children that are lost. I look at the different cases that are not being properly investigated.
Come on,
like
brother.
It really bothers me on a certain level that we as a community, I look at all black cops as a problem right now in 2025. Like I'm looking at them as a problem.
Family, if we had our own investigation force to go behind these these I'm white and I say so doctors and lawyers and legalists.
The medical doctors, examiners.
Can you imagine if we had our own investigation that would come in behind them and figure? Man, listen, they won't need the police no more if we really do it, because they don't do their job. They just pin it on people because they don't know what the hell they doing. But we can really investigate and find out the truth. And get to the truth of the matter, and that's what they're afraid of. So that's why we got to do it. So I don't want to talk too much on these TikTok streets, but brother, what you're doing is much needed, and I want you to know, brother, as long as I'm around, we gonna do whatever we can to support you. I think your work is noble. I think it's good. I think it's true, and I'm so glad that we got to talk to you in the Telegram away from TikTok because you're a real person. On TikTok,
yo, bro, I got targeted on FB. I got people so about like them tethers because they saw. Wait a minute, he ain't just talking about the melon. He talking about all of them. Yes, all y'all get the smoke. It's like all y'all getting that smoke because it's because when you start peeling back the history and start looking at just the situations we've been through in the United States, I didn't even understand how deep what I was getting at because I kept wondering, I was like, why do these people have this much hostility? We never been to their homelands like that.
I've been over there.
Yeah, but I've never I'm just I got a passport, but I've only been as far as Canada, different. But as an average, as a people, we're not going to these nations and disrupting and going in their politics and we're normally coming with paper that we spending amongst them and we being brotherly and sisterly. Mm-hmm. We normally even build up schools for them. And this is not just the Africans. This is people all around the world.
Think about this, brother. When we go over there, they're running up under us begging, doing this. They're straight up begging. That's a fact. We don't do none of that to them when they come over here, brother. We don't send our small kids and say, go ask that African for some money. Go ask him for a job. Go ask him for a handout. But when we go over there, brother, they'll do that to us. We'll be on vacation, trying to spend time with our family, and next thing you know, boom. Can you help me? Can you do something for me? If I just had some school money, we don't do that. You know how awkward I felt when that happened to me when I was out there. Like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it's bad, man.
I'm on vacation. What the hell is this? I don't want. Listen. I get it, man. I get it. 90% of the country is in poverty. But guess what we did when we was in poverty? We stood on business. Man, I was going around and saying, man, I was going around talking like, man, why don't y'all just come together and, do what y'all got to do? And you know what excuse they kept telling me? Oh, the government.
The government.
Oh, you don't understand the government. Man, I'm like, what do you mean? Man, we got a government too. We got militarized police. Y'all don't even have they got the police with the batons, brother. The only ones they got the real guns are probably in the city, and they're more like military. But our police are militarized.
Yeah, they got. It seems like they got that English. They got the bobbies.
You can't take care of a couple people with batons. Y'all can't turn up. Your kids are graduating from university and they don't have no job. Think about that. What's the point in getting a degree in Africa when they ain't got no position for you? They give them to all the older people. See, this is what they do. The older people are selling out the younger people. We don't do that over here. We don't sell out our youth. We try to put our youth on. We try to give them opportunity. They don't want to give their youth opportunity. They don't want them in government. They don't want them in politics. They don't want them in businesses. They don't want them doing anything. They want them to wait their turn. So they got to wait till they're 50, 60, 70 years old to do something in that country.
That's illogical too. When for them to move in that manner because they have a younger population. They're one of the most youngest populations on the face of this planet, and that's what some of the things that people may not be aware of. Like I think over like 2/3 of them are between the ages of 18 to 45.
600 million.
Okay, so you know the numbers of what I'm talking about in regards to this.
600 million out of 1.5 billion. 600 million are youth.
Yeah, so that shows to me that they can't even sustain the older population. So that for them to keep moving in the manner. It's almost illogical. Then on top of that, it shows to me that they don't even know their real history. That's the most controversial thing that you might hear me say on these TikTok. Like they don't know their history because they don't.
That's a fact. They don't know. Yeah. They don't know their history. Listen, their documents still say January 1st. They don't know what day they were born. They gotta make it up.
And that's
their
the problem.
names is not even their names. Their names are. Brother, they're using other people's documents. That's what they're known for doing, using other people's documents.
So yeah, these are just some of the things that back going on. People's like, oh, why are you talking about this? You the universities. I'll be arguing with professors. I don't even talk to students anymore because I'll be like, y'all, you out here teaching these people wrong. And I'm going to tell you how, like, grad school is the only time you could really start getting at professors the way you want to. When you're in the understudies, like the bachelors and the associates, you got to almost do what you're told to a certain extent. And just keeping it real. Like, but when you start doing your own research and stuff, you could really fight back. And I remember I got into it with one of the professors. She was like, well, why are you doing your paper on, they were talking about child abuse, right? So I brought up about the exonerated 5 and built my whole premise underneath the guise of Francis Cress Welsing and expanded that and explained to them in the guise of like, this is child abuse. This is systematic institutional child abuse. Because those were children that happened to them. Yo, when you write papers like that in a criminal justice class, they like, wait a minute here. Yo, how did this Negro get in the door? Like
Come
we
on.
don't want these type of minds like that having these type of conversations, because the other students, because if you're in an online class, we all have to read each other's work. So they reading these things. They purposely avoided my papers. Like the students in the like, this is how deep it gets. Like the institutional, the structural, the biasness, the ethnic bigotry that goes on in these institutions. And I told them that you don't know that could be psychically, like, I'm a mentally tough dude. I said that could be psychically damaging to other peers, where they want to say, hey, why you not? I'm always playing away games, reading other people's posts and commenting. They never interact with me, so it's a one-sided conversation. That's not respected or tolerated in academia. It shouldn't be. But they make these places safe for these white tea peoples. They make it safe for these AAPI people. They make it safe for all these other demographics, because they don't want to really, but they could talk about us all day long. See, and don't get no, and then when you start really getting on them about the exoneration rate and the different things that are just strictly about criminal justice, they have a strong issue with these conversations. Like, it's to the point, like, we don't need to be in school with these people. I was just arguing with somebody and telling them, like, we had that incident with that 5-year-old sister. If you're aware of, I told them this is the reason why we don't need to send our children to these schools. We need to pull them, exercise the school choice, pull our children out and homeschool, and take the proceeds of that and build an institution. Don't even deal with these guys anymore.
Man, listen.
Like it's a whole lot of
It's so difficult, right, to watch. Think about this. Children aren't usually embarrassed by anything. What really can embarrass a child? To me, when you embarrass a child, a 5 or 6-year-old child, and he's embarrassed, you are wicked. You are demonic. That lady that sung him "Happy
calling
Birthday,"
the monkey. I was
calling
there.
him a monkey amongst his peers, and you saw the look on that boy's face, and then videotaped it and sent it to the parents.
Like, what you gonna
That's
do
the type
about
of investigation that we need to do, because
it?
to me, somebody that will actually do something like that, and she had the sweetest, her voice was so sweet, it was diabolical. Like, there's something, you could tell something's really wrong with this woman. Like, she might even be clicked in and connected to where she thinks she's untouchable.
Well, she might be a daughter of the Confederates. See, we don't look at it on. See, I'm a type of Negro that's on that type of time. Knights of the Golden Circle, like trust. I know these type of things that go on, who they prey upon our people. This is why I say Negro, because I let them know, like, I know who you are, you know who I am. So, like, they ain't nobody hiding from y'all anymore.
Right.
These people are diabolical. For have over 70% is white tea women in all levels of education. They don't see that that's not a problem, and how that's not contributing to the school to prison pipeline. Like those are the things those are my talking points, where professors look at me, they're like, whoa, I didn't really want to gauge in those type of conversations, I just why I had one professor, why are you always talking about black and Negro? I told her, I was like, the same way I have to read some papers about gays and everybody else. I gotta listen to that, stomach that, or whatever. And if I don't like what they saying, I have to combat that intellectually. If you can't do that, then you shouldn't be in the position that you're in. Keep in mind, these are professors who've been there for decades. The school I went to, University of New Haven, was one of the best investigative schools. They had a Robert E. Lee mural in the state of Connecticut.
Wow.
I'm just letting you know how real it, like, our babies are in trouble, and we don't even know what these colleges are pushing. We really don't. Like I'm glad I'm a little bit older, because the younger me, I would have done something else. The older me, I'm trying to get lawsuits on them. I'm trying to put the stiff arm on them, all types of stuff. And they like, wait a minute here. They said he was a problem. They fired the Title IX coordinator that I was that helped me out with the situation. They fired her after a year because she got that picture removed. which shows that even if you have black people in those positions, they will systematically remove them if they're doing things for us.
That's a fact. That's been
So,
going on all the freaking time. Hey, tell us what your book is real quick again, and then I'm gonna go to Wardani, but we're gonna come back to you, brother. Man.
Yeah, Delineationology, the science of delineation for the Negro American. 10 for me for PDF, 1995 for the softback cover. I will be running a book signing soon. My goal is to be running it out of my man out of Black and Noble for Black and Noble. If you're not aware, out in Philly. In that area, I'll be running out of that bookstore eventually. We're gonna have some seminars. We're gonna have some.
Man, I need an autographed copy. I need mine to be an autographed copy, brother.
Yeah. Pull up on a Negro. Pull up on a Negro, man.
Mine to be an autographed copy, brother. So I can't wait to look for it. We are going to start a book club within the Telegram and part of the foundational Black American Coin family, the FBA Coin, and we're gonna make sure that your book is part of it, brother. We're gonna make sure.
Thank you. And also, you saw that other book, that investigative one. That's the other one that's a part of our book curriculum, but that talks about the Secret Service fighting them.
Brother, we need that. We need the curriculum. We need you to do that. We need you to, brother. One of these. Listen, we just got to set up a time. I just want to set up a time, and I want to make it a big event, and I want to make sure people are in there, and I want you to just kind of start educating us on what to look for. How to spot these people, the same way they break it down, like in FBI profile. I want you to teach us how to profile.
That's the way I want.
That's what I want. I want you to teach us how to profile and find these people, so we can get them up out of there. And listen, brother, we need to start writing down these people's names, like you're saying, keeping a database of them for ourselves, and we're gonna put that thing on the blockchain.
And also, there's this one book, and I'll mute up. There's this one book that I got called Without Sanctuary. You can look it up. It has the strange fruiting of our people. These people are still around to this day. These people are still around amongst us at the universities, the colleges, your judges, your postman. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. And we don't even know what type of evil people that are around us, because I feel like we've been so traumatized as a people, because it's sad when you know some of these type of realities. It's really sad that we have been harmed in such a manner, and that other people who are not from this nation have a lot to say about it. It just shows how evil and wicked some of these individuals are. And there's a reason why John Henry Clark said we have no friends. We have no friends, man.
Don't. That's so true. Wardani, go ahead and unmute your mic, brother.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it. I enjoy your room all the time when I come here. I listen a lot from you guys, and even though we have a different opinions regarding of how the Africans and Black Americans are, but I really enjoy your room. I'm from Somalia, and I reside in the United States for a long time, quite sometimes 30 years. But sometimes when I come to your room, all I hear from your audience and you, some kind of hate regarding of and dissing with the Africans.
It's not hate. It's not hate.
Dissing. It's just telling that now when I was coming in here.
If it's dissing, remember, we didn't start this, brother. No Black Americans started dissing Africans. We used to all be Pan-Africans. We used to all have a flat back blackness point of view. We never hated y'all. But what happened is we started listening in on your private conversations. Your private conversations came out. Your mannerisms and how you treated and how you looked at Black Americans came out. And now, guess what? We're petty. Just so you know, Black Americans, we're very petty. We're very petty.
Right.
So guess what? You think you can talk ill about us and roast us? No. We're going to make sure you know that you can never. So anytime y'all step in the room now, it's like, we're going to roast you. That's just what it is. That's what time we on now. Because of the simple fact is that y'all been hiding this vitriol for us this whole time. Y'all think y'all better than us. A lot of Africans think they're better than Black Americans. They call us slave babies. They say the most egregious thing. They use the N-word, and they should never be using the N-word. You see what I'm saying? They side with white supremacy against us. So when y'all do that, and we know what time it is, and we don't diss all you guys because some of y'all are cool. Some of y'all is cool. Some Africans are cool. Some Caribbeans are cool. But once we found out that the third world geniuses, right, coming over here thinking they're the genius, but they come from a third world thinking that they're smarter and better and faster and more educated and got higher paying jobs than us, now we got a problem. Because we gonna hit y'all with the facts. We don't have to lie. We can actually show y'all what we've done and what we're doing.
Right, right. I agree with you, man. But one thing, on a very much, since I don't know, since we have come on here, we have seen. Let me put for example here. When I came 1997 in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, I'm talking about a little bit back in the days when I was young. I started working at a gas station. Okay, first 6 months, someone come to me without not knowing what does the N word mean, honestly, because we don't read any history in here. Because you guys, Black Americans know their history. So most likely, I was working at the gas station and someone come to me. I don't want to mention for the racial where they come from or whatever, and they call me a name, N word. Bring the N to this, and I was very confused. And whoever was there, Black American, I just jump and fight the guy. And that's the day I start reading it, what exactly is going on here. Prior on that, it was American. So I understand the pain and the fear, but the pain and suffering, the people who was here long time and what they've been through. So one thing I just want to tell you tonight, we cannot hold the shoes of the Black Americans. We cannot carry on it. As me personally, I don't know the other people, okay? But and to be honest with you, all the Africans here, they will not walk free before the Black Americans who suffer the freedom we have today, honestly. Because if you look at deep, that's what we're seeing it. I don't know whoever confess that or whoever doesn't want to confess that. If we walk this street, we won't. I'm walking free on this street right now. I want to be free. If you look up at the history, so that's what that I just want to say that honestly, but
Okay.
that's why I come in here.
Just let them rock out.
Just
let them rock out for right now. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, good evening. You know, I've been on your panel before and we chop it up with a lot of people that were very brilliant. Okay, so I'm still having a problem with this state because, okay, let me speak for myself. I grew up in Trenton, New Jersey. I came here from Liberia. My mom was in the military and she sent for me. I went to school and I did the same thing. Now, what I'm having the problem here now with is that we in Trenton right now, okay? And I made friends from elementary, junior high, high school. And Trenton actually is a black city. All my friends are black. And I was listening to these things on TikTok all the time. And every time I bring it up, they tell me, no, don't pay attention to that. Because you know what we are and who we are. But I'm still having a problem with that. Because when we was growing up over there, here in Trenton High School, okay, I saw a lot of my friends being jumped, okay, by black folks here. Not black, I won't say black folks, like the black students. For no reason. Like, you will go to school.
So you're saying that Black Americans beat up Africans?
No. I'm trying to get to the point. Wait, let me finish. So, for example, we'll be in class, right? And let's say we are studying algebra. And because a Jamaican chick or African chick, give the right answer that the teacher is looking for, the rest of them, they get mad. So they wait for her or him to let off from school, and then they would jump that person for no reason.
No, we don't operate.
So, no, man, no. Let me finish, man. No. Wait, let me finish, man. Let me finish. I don't like to bring out facts and people say no. I was there, but let me finish the story. Let me finish what I'm saying. Then we can get into it. Wait.
We need documentation. You a military man, yo. Like we need documentation. You can't just.
This is crazy, man. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Word like that.
So what I'm trying to say. So what I'm trying to say is that
you're on our soil.
Man, no. You cut me off. No, you cut me off right now. I got the flow. No, that's uncivilized. I got the flow. I got the flow.
You cut off your other African brother, 𝗤𝗏𝗵𝘁𝘂𝘁𝗏, who was speaking, brother. You cut him off. Did you know that?
I thought he was finished, but I apologize for that. I thought he was finished.
You were warming up. You cut off another African brother from your continent so you could speak, brother.
Okay.
This brother for we're questioning what you're saying. We're telling you we don't believe you because we know our people, brother. We don't do that.
So what I'm coming from
the right answer?
Okay. What? So where I'm coming from my side in Trenton, New Jersey, on Mammoth Street, in Trenton Central High School, most of my friends were being jumped because of what they were and because they were being successful at good grades in school. But I don't hate, my people. I grew up here.
First of all, we're not your people. Like, first of all, you're not. We not our people.
I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm talking about you specifically.
I'm talking about the people from that area.
No. Listen, we in Trenton right now, dude. We in Trenton. My dudes is all around, and they would never agree to what you say. I'm just trying to say something here. That's all. You can be what you want. That's cool. But for people like us. We don't understand. You can be at whatever you and who can be whatever you want.
Who is us?
You gotta define. I'm talking about. So I'm talking about the African Americans that surrounded me here. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about you.
So you're saying ill-informed African American people or Black American
people? Listen. Say what you want. Let me finish. So what I'm trying to say. Here is that these things were happening. To these people. And nobody said anything about it. But all of a sudden now, it's like, African people, they put us all in the same category. African people hate us. African people come over here, they talk down on us and this and that. No, I can speak for myself. I have so many Black American friends. And they don't see me in that way. And there's a lot of people that's just like me. They don't see me in that way. So I don't understand where it's coming from. If you want to be with like whatever you are, that's cool. But don't never think that, some of us came over here and talked down on you. Don't never say that. Because I got my own thing going on. I don't have time.
So you're saying
I don't listen, man.
Wait,
listen.
I have a question. I have a question.
Listen,
so you're saying that
I do not have
experience.
Toddy, let him ask you a question because you're babbling at this point, brother. Let this brother at least kind of back in and
go ahead.
Go ahead. So Tariq, so you're saying
my name is Tati. My name is 𝗤𝗵𝗵𝗵𝘁𝗃.
Okay, you got even a name that's unfamiliar to us. So, Mr. Tati, sorry to disrespect your name, man. Your name's not even a traditional Black American name. So, like, that's some of the reason why we might crack on you, honestly.
No, you can't crack on me. There's no way, son. You can't crack on me, son. Don't even try that.
Wait.
Let's keep it civilized.
Wait. Excuse me.
No, let's keep it civilized. Let's keep it civilized. For using the word cracking, I'm telling you, you can't crack on me. There's no way. Let's keep it civilized.
Yeah, we can.
No, you can't.
But
There's no way.
I want to get at now is that when you make these accusations about Black American people, it's no different from when the people that come over here to the United States and say that Black American people are bullying them and all that stuff. If we bully you so much, why are you guys here? If you guys feel that much uncomfortable, why are y'all here?
Okay. You want me to answer the question? Should I answer the question now? Should I answer that? Nobody bullied me. Nobody bullied us in the 90s. Nobody did that to us. So I don't know what type of African people you are talking about. I don't know. And first of all, you talking to somebody here, everybody said, "Oh yeah, he's from the continent. Yeah, he's in the continent." But those people are not actually Africans. That's what you're not understanding.
Hey, excuse me, host. Just sidebar. Give me 2 seconds, Mr. T. Did he just say that he was talking about his bullying experiences in Trenton, Jersey? Just 2
That's what I
seconds
heard.
ago.
No, not yes,
So,
not
so,
me.
so I'm making
My
sure
friends,
I'm hearing this correctly,
no,
right? I just wanted
my
to just
friends,
double back.
listen. My friends and other people that were from the Caribbean got bullied, but not me.
So,
Okay.
you're defending other
Let me tell you
melanated
the
immigrant
truth.
groups, right?
Let me tell you the truth. What was going on when you guys were looking at everybody as if they were black, and you thought it was us doing it to you. It was never us doing it to you because we don't do that. We're not black people are not typically bullied. You don't
Oh my God!
find
So
too many. Listen to me, brother. I'm trying to help you out because you're wrong. You don't find too many black bullies. Now you find bullies in other ethnic groups because they don't know how to deal with the social pressures that come with being in America until they have to learn it, right? They feel kind of left out. So
are
you
you
have
saying?
yes, you guys
Are
really
you saying? Are you saying that the
listen,
people?
Caribbeans, listen, Jamaicans don't get along with Haitians. Haitians don't get along with Dominicans. Y'all bring that tribalism here. In America, we don't have tribalism. Now, we will haze you. We will do a little old-fashioned roasting and hazing you. But as far as bullying you, we're not typically bullied like that. We don't really go around saying, "Oh man, you got all the right answers in the class. I didn't like that. Let me beat you up."
Okay,
We
I'm
don't do
from
that.
Liberia. I'm from Liberia.
You keep
Liberia.
saying that.
Okay.
You keep saying
Listen,
that.
I'm from Liberia. When I came
Because
here, I was
Liberia's so
already
much. Why you
advanced in
go
the
back?
system. You see, this is the problem. Why don't you go back?
The
Actually,
problem
yes, I'm
is
going.
that
No, let
they
me
did
answer
the
that
army
question.
in
No, 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 no,
Liberia.
no, no, no. Let me answer that question. Actually, let me answer that question. Yes, I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go and enjoy
Stay over
Liberia.
there.
Yes.
Not go back on a vacation. I'm talking about go
No,
there
no,
and
no,
stay
no.
there permanently.
I got a house there. I have a farm there. I'm building a school right now in
You
Liberia.
know
Yes,
what?
I'm going
Just
to
stay
enjoy.
there and then stay there and be supportive.
Why should I stay there? The world is too big. We don't sit one place. We travel. That's what we are known for. We don't sit one place because just you said that. No, we don't
Brother,
do that.
let's keep
You
it
a
a buck.
soldier
The
and you
reason
No, I
fight
why
think that
back.
you're
was
here,
ignorant. No, I think
no,
he
hold
was
on.
ignorant for saying that.
No,
I
it's
think
not
he was
ignorant.
very ignorant.
It's not ignorant because we're from America. We have the most money to travel anywhere in the world we want to. But you know what Americans
Yeah.
typically don't do? We don't
Okay.
travel like the other world travel. Why? Because we don't have to. It's actually
Why you don't
popping
have
over
to?
here.
Okay, give me a
It's
reason.
actually
Give me a
popping.
reason.
Listen, no, listen, brother. I'm listening. It's actually popping over here. We know people want to come
What?
over here. We don't typically want to go anywhere else. We don't typically want to live anywhere else. We want to live in America. And we know everybody in the world wants to live in America. We don't want to go over to your country
Really?
where, yeah, we don't want to go to Liberia where we're going to get scammed. We don't want to go to Liberia where if something goes wrong, we can't sue nobody. We can't get no justice in the courtroom. We don't want to
They,
go somewhere where transportation is slow and roads are dirty because they're not fully paved. We don't want to live in a situation where we don't got central air that like an air conditioner that we can turn on and it's popping over here. That's why we typically stay here. And that's why most of the
And why is
world
it?
hold on, brother. That's why most of the world's not speaking Liberian, they're speaking English.
What?
Most of the world speaks English.
You saying Liberia is a language? Is that what you say?
Do y'all have tribal languages over there, sir?
Oh my God.
Do
Okay.
y'all
Yes,
have
we have
tribal languages?
dialects. We have
Exactly.
dialects.
Okay, so you have a tribal language over there. So what I'm saying is we
The
speak
eminent,
English
the
over
eminent,
here,
the
sir.
eminent language is English in Liberia.
And guess what? Yes, you speak English too, don't you? Don't you? Because guess what? I bet your neighbors don't speak English.
Yes, they do.
The neighboring country over, guess what language do they speak?
The neighboring country. Okay, let's talk about Places like Sierra Leone, English, yes, from England. Ghana,
And French,
yes.
and they speak French in Sierra Leone, don't they?
In Sierra
And,
Leone,
and they speak their
look,
own tribal language as well, which is different from English and French, don't they?
they have, yes, they have dialects.
But what language do y'all speak when y'all want to communicate with each other? What language do y'all speak?
We use
English.
English.
Why? Because it's the most populous language there is. It's a global language right now. Chinese people speak what language? They speak their Mandarin and their Cantonese, and guess what else they speak? English, sir. What I'm telling you is the reason why Americans, when we travel, we're going to find somebody that speaks what? English.
Yes, they're gonna do that. But here's the thing: they're gonna
have to learn
yeah,
5 different languages just so we can survive.
great,
We got an
great.
embassy,
They're gonna do
we
that.
got a
Yes, they're gonna do
military,
that. But here's the thing.
the most
But here's
popular
the thing.
currency.
Yes. Do you know why? You already know why it's you already
So why
know
would we
why
want to
it's supposed to
travel
be
over
popping.
there? So think about it. Why would most Americans want to
Listen,
travel outside the country where they're going to be mistreated, where they're going to be abused, where they're going to be bullied like you're talking about? When we can just stay here where it's popping, we got laws, we got constitution, we got things that
okay. Let me
actually
ask
work
you.
over
Let me
here.
ask you. Let me ask you one question. Why do you think it's popping?
Because you're looking at the person whose lineage got it popping. We did.
No, no, no,
Black
no,
Americans,
no,
foundational Black
no.
Americans
Okay,
is the
let's talk
reason
about.
why
Okay, let's
America
let's talk about. Let's talk about. Let's talk about resources wise. When you say it's popping, what do you mean? It's popping.
we're thriving over here. It's the place
Popping
to
so much,
be.
you over in the military of our people instead of
Yeah,
fighting for Liberia.
we're doing
Let's
so
start her
great
popping right there.
that everybody wants to come over here.
And
We have
stop your empty politics. And let me talk. Let me talk to
Not politics, it's stating a
too much,
fact.
not you.
It's stating a
No, I'm saying
fact.
you have empty politics. I've heard a lot of you in Philly
It has
before.
nothing to do
I
with
don't take you guys
politics.
serious anyway. I heard a lot of you guys talk all the time in Philly, and I don't take that serious. Let me talk.
brother. We got to move on. We got other people on the panel that need to speak. I'll come back. I'll circle back to you though, brother. You like I said, you cut off your brother @𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, the Somalian. He's not from your homeland, but he's from your continent, and you disrespected that brother. So you'll even disrespect your own people. So that's what I'm saying. Y'all don't have
He's
a
not my
flat.
people.
Y'all exactly. Y'all don't have a flat blackness when it comes to Africans. Y'all have my tribe versus your tribe, and you just proved it.
Yeah,
You just proved it.
I
So
agree.
therefore, when you come over here, right, you bring that same mentality over here, and that's why but we don't play. Here's what you learn: Black Americans don't play. We will put that foot to ash. We'll stand on business,
Well,
and we're
I
not
came
going
here
to
to
let
speak.
y'all
I never
take
came.
any other
I came here
way.
to speak. And this is not what it's about for somebody to put the foot in my ass because that never happened
Man,
before. I
stop
came here to
sinning yourself, homeboy. Stop sinning
Brother,
yourself, man.
it can happen. Just because it hasn't happened yet, don't mean it won't happen. I'm telling you what we're known for doing. We stand up to the YT man, which is the dominant society, and got all the pieces on the chessboard, and we'll mess his whole world up. One of us will mess up the whole world of the YT man. One of us.
Okay, you can circle. Okay, you can circle to me. Let's move to the next one. Circle to
I'll
me.
circle back. Let me hear from Lynn. Lynn, go ahead and unmute your mic, Lynn. Lynn, unmute your mic, Lynn. Okay, let me go to Joshua. Go ahead and unmute your mic,
She's
brother.
just a guest. She followed me here. She's from Indonesia. Don't pay attention to that.
He brought an
Okay,
Indonesian.
Joshua, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just here to support my family, my Black American family. That's all, from the coonery and other stuff. But Africans are very tribal people, and like you had said, another person was up here. Where he was from? Somalia, and he
Yeah,
was
one
like,
down
they are very. He said it. They are not my people, and you guys do come to America with that same attitude towards Black Americans.
there.
You are not my people. For instance, this is the real story. I'm from New York, but now I live in Mississippi. My fiance, she never been to New York. So 2 weeks ago, I go to New York. I go to Times Square. And if anybody's been to Times Square, they know that they have a McDonald's right there at that corner just before the red steps on Times Square. And they have security in there. The security so happen to be Africans. I order an apple pie because I know how it goes. Like, they have a security in there for a reason to guard the bathroom. You know, nobody can just go in there and use the bathroom, or else you have everybody in Times Square making a mess inside the bathroom, or whatever the case may be. I order an apple pie. Show the African the receipt, because as soon as I walked up, before I can even get my receipt out, receipt. I didn't even receive my apple pie yet. I just really had to use the bathroom. No, you cannot. No, you cannot go. Receipt. I pull out the receipt. Hey, calm down, man. It's just a bathroom. I want to go to the bathroom. I kid you not. A white couple walked right up to him, and he smiled. How you doing? And let her go right inside the bathroom. The white man and white woman didn't say nothing to them. This type of stuff happens a whole lot, especially like us that are brought up around them in New York. They are already taught before they even enter this country. Do not trust the black man. You get on drugs and you become gangbanger. They already have it already set in their head to be haters of us. So
You're
that's all
not
I got.
getting the whole story. Yeah, the thing that you
But
said, yeah, is true. But
you sound
you
like that
don't.
security.
No, the thing
Probably
that you
was
just
you.
said. The thing that you just said. No, let me school
He
you on
does sound
that.
like that
No,
security,
no,
Mr. Josh.
let me school. Let me school you
You
on
ain't gonna
that. The thing
school
that
us
you
on
just
our
said,
homeland, homeboy.
man, I'm
Like,
But
talking
you
to
he
can't.
mute
How are
us.
you going to school anybody in our country? We can
Third
school
world country.
you. We
From a
can
you
tell
third
see,
world
you
this
country.
is the
about where to
problem.
go.
This is the problem. Let me tell him about that. What he just said.
Man,
Yes,
you ain't
there
telling
was
us
some African.
nothing, dude.
Oh
Like,
my God.
we've
There go
experienced
this
that.
Philly. Listen,
Is this not one
listen. This
occasion?
thing. What he
I do
said.
that.
What he just said. Are you guys willing to
What's your
listen?
problem with
What he
Philly?
just
Because
said.
I ain't from Philly, homie. So
What he
what's your
just
problem
said.
with Philly? Because I'm not from
Well,
Philly.
I sense your accent already, but let me get this
I'm
through.
not from
Anyway,
Philly. I'm actually from the
what he
Northeast.
just
You
said.
talking
What he
crazy.
just what he just said, right?
This is how you
There's
gonna tell us
facts,
anything when you don't even know where we from.
man. What he just said, there's facts in it. There are some Africans, okay, that tell their children, don't go out and mingle with the other children that are black because they
Son,
are
they got a
bad,
song
they are
about
criminal.
that. Stay away from the Akata. Like, what are you talking about, guy?
They say
Hey,
a
no,
kata.
no good,
Hold on. Let me
good.
hold on.
Are you really
Hold
gonna
on,
let these
Tati.
dudes like?
Tati, hold on, Tati. Just hold on. Just relax. Listen, when I was in Kenya, okay, I was at the embassy. I was taking care of some business. I had to go to the embassy. And the main people, listen. When I got to Kenya, the Somalians were like, when they found out I was from America, oh, they were like, buddy over there. And they were telling me, watch out for the Africans. And they called them African. I'm like, damn, nigga, aren't you African? He's like, yeah, but I'm from Canada. And watch out for the house girls and watch out for HIV.
And
They were telling me all this stuff about the
there you go, there you
indigenous
go.
people there in Kenya at the embassy when they found out I was American. And that's kind of similar to what you guys do. It's like when y'all see the YT man, y'all want to get in good with the YT man. That's all y'all want to do.
Okay,
Y'all want to
okay.
talk bad about your own people. Y'all want to talk bad about Black Americans because it's listen. It's easy to jump in line and become you. It's like people who don't want to get bullied. What happen. You know what people do who don't want to get bullied? They make friends with the bullies. That's what you guys do. You're like, I don't want to get treated like
Yes,
a Black American because of my color. So let me go make friends
yes.
with the bullies, the people that are
Yes.
practicing anti-Black hate, and let me join in with them. Because if I join in with them and blend in with them, they won't bully me or treat me like them. That's what your parents were
This
doing.
is this is what I wanted. Now before let me get this out before I lost it. Now what I was saying here was that what he said is some facts, not facts, is facts in it. What he just said that you know the Africans sometimes, not even sometimes, most of the time they will tell the kids, don't mingle with the other kids outside, meaning the Black American kids and this and that. I was told the same thing too. The reason for me now, I'll speak in my family, my mom, okay? She was saying that when you go to school, just come home. don't have no friends outside. So I asked her one day, I said, why? She said, because these kids, they are bad. They are gangsters. They are this and that. So I'm like, but the whole school is black. Who am I supposed to hang out with? So in time, so in time,
From that, that's that.
so
song
in
right
time,
there.
yeah, whatever. So what happened is, so it,
Drug dealers, the killers. That's what you sound like right now.
Yeah.
are you like, are you
You're
serious?
not
Let me
saying,
finish, man. Let me
you're
finish.
not
Let me
saying
finish.
anything we haven't heard before, brother. We're really
So
not
in
saying.
time, so in time, okay, I made friends. I managed, those same friends were black Americans, okay? They took me around from New York City to Jersey, to Newark, to New York. I managed to make friends with the Lost Boys and everybody. I came back to her, I'm like, what is this thing that you were saying again? She said, oh, I just didn't want you to get in trouble and this and that. They were wrong. Okay, if you go to Africa right now, let's say you were in Liberia or you are a Liberian and you come in here as a kid, in this time, you know, those other people, they travel overseas and they get all the benefits, but they don't want the dark people over here to go and to go and visit the continent. So what they tell the kids here, oh, if you go to America, stay away from the black people. And all this time we in Africa or in Liberia, we watching movies, okay? Every time you watch the movie, you see the black man being the villain. He always being killed. And we like, okay, so what is this? So some of us knew what was going on already. We already knew. Some of us, we already knew what was going on. Like, why?
Check this out.
Like, so.
But check this
Oh
out. Hold
my
on,
God.
hold
Let
on.
me fin-
I'm gonna let you.
man.
I'm gonna let you finish. But listen, that's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all stiff necked and y'all hard headed. Listen.
You
Over
see, you
here in
trying to be
America,
disrespectful now.
no,
But
you're
just because of my man, no,
stiff-necked.
just because of my man,
I'm just
no,
calling
just
you
for the sake
stiff-necked.
of my man panel, no,
Listen.
just because of my man panel, I'm not gonna
Listen.
retaliate. So you can go ahead and say all that stuff.
All right, yeah,
But
whatever.
let me let you know.
Whatever you say.
Let me let
Hold
you
on,
know.
hold on.
You're not
Hold
getting
on.
to me.
Hold on. Okay, I'm not trying to get to you. That's like we're not even on the
You
same
sure
level.
ain't. Not
We're not
even
on the
in the
same level.
physical,
We're not on the same
and not
level.
even on the not no level, no
Come on,
nothing,
brother.
Stop
nothing.
acting like you're tough.
Come on, brother.
Africans
Let's
have
let
done
the brother
nothing.
speak. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So
Go
so
ahead.
with that, now we got to go to the mentality that they have. They're watching something on TV, but did your people have that same mentality when you watch Terminator towards white people? Scarface?
Come
Did y'all
on.
have that same mentality? Over here in America, a lot of us saw Ethiopians on TV with big pot bellies and a song in the background in the arms of an angel and saying that these kids are starving and 5 cents a day can feed them. But we have the different mindset. We have a different mind. We do not have y'all guys' mind. That's how we know we're
Yo,
not.
guys.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
Africans. We don't
yeah,
have the same.
but
We
let
don't
me
have the same
finish.
mind. We
Hold
educate
on.
ourselves. We educate
Wow.
ourselves. That's what we do.
Yeah. That's
We
the
educated. That's
difference.
the big difference.
We educate. Listen, black Americans are self-made people. Okay? We don't go the conventional route and come through those hoops. We know we got to jump through hoops. So guess what? We're good at figuring things out. We're good at finding a way. We thrive when our back is against the wall. Nothing is handed to a black American. We don't get anything. We have to take it. We have to work for it. We work 10, 20, 30 times harder than any immigrant, than any YT person ever had in their entire life. 58 to 64% of us are in the middle class or rich. There's a reason for that. You don't just pop out and become a millionaire. You got to work for it. You got to do something. There's no inheritance money that we're getting. We didn't inherit no money. If you see a black person with money, 9 out of 10 times they didn't inherit it. They had to earn that. They had to work for it. They had to do something. So all this stuff, when y'all listen, we saw Sally Struthers giving y'all rice, and we thought, man, we didn't think nothing. We said, man, we still got to go see. We still got to go see how they're living on the motherland. We saw some of you Africans come over here, and we said, man, y'all dress funny, but you know what? Y'all may be a little musty, but y'all still cool. Y'all still cool. Y'all still black like us. Yeah, y'all do.
They were musky.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
How?
And
Flip-flops
guess what
during
we
the
still?
winter
And guess
cold.
what, brother?
who,
We
who,
still
who,
said
who,
y'all
who,
was cool.
you see, that's the problem. You are putting everybody in the same category. Who came here
No,
musky?
A lot
brother,
of
y'all
y'all.
came here
It's the
a
same. It's
little.
the same in Europe also. In Europe, when I first met Africans back in the days, they
There you
didn't
go.
know how to dress themselves. We were wearing those good-looking pants, in the 90s. We were looking good. We were looking at
First
the
of all,
videos
can
from
you
North
ask him
America.
where is he from?
Listen what
Because I
I'm
think this is a
saying.
black
Don't
talk.
interrupt me when
No,
I'm
this is a black
speaking.
talk.
No, no,
No, this is a
shut
black
up.
talk.
It's
Where are you
yeah,
from?
it's a
Brother,
black talk.
No,
You
no,
don't
no,
know
no,
who
brother,
you're
no, no, no.
talking
we
with
take. Hold
because
on,
I'm a
brother. This
South
is our
American, and you should
Suriname.
start
This is
listening
our
and
Suriname,
shut up when I'm
brother.
speaking.
He's
You know?
black.
Okay.
He's
Look,
indigenous. Let this brother rock out and speak. Go ahead, King.
yeah. Yeah, in the 90s, the first time that I saw Africans, and they didn't know how to dress. Those men from Africa, they were wearing their pants under their titties. You know what I mean? They pull it up all under their titties. They didn't know how to dress, and they found that cool. But we were laughing at them because that's not how you wear a pant, till under your man titty. I don't know how to use the word his breast, man breast, yeah, something like that. So no, it's no joke. It's real talk.
This is
That's
so
how they were
stupid.
dressing.
You
And
know what
the
he's
other
talking
thing
about?
was
You know what
that
he's
they
talking
love to
about?
eat. There's a fish we call bocking. It smells a lot. Back in those days, they were eating that fish a lot, a lot, a
Yeah.
lot, and they were living among people in a area where you had people from my country. A lot of people from my country, and
Oh,
my people,
This is
they were
hilarious.
smelling these Africans, and they start calling them also boku because they were smelling. Nowadays, and oh yeah, the girls back in the days, they didn't want to have nothing to do with the Africans because that's a big difference
Y'all
between the
better
Africans
thank
and us.
Black
We look different,
Americans
we move
for
different, we
teaching
we,
y'all
we
how to
speak
walk,
different. We are the ones
you
that
know,
create the
talk,
street talk,
how
and
to get
everyone is
relations.
trying to copy us.
If
So
we
it's
didn't
the
teach
same.
y'all how to
So
walk,
that's how
talk,
we
meet the
were laughing
ladies,
at Africans, and now today,
y'all wouldn't get none of that. Y'all better thank God y'all have some movies that y'all can watch and imitate. Y'all better thank God y'all watch how to be a
uh,
player with
too
Bill
much. My
Belichick.
time. Let me say something real quick. My time is too short. You know what he's talking about with the pants going. He said to the titties. It was in the. I think the end of the '80s, going down to the early '90s. You know they had the fashion where kid and play, right? Where they
it
pulled up the
was
pants.
95, around 95.
What it 95. Okay, thank you. Because I was in Liberia at the time. I was 15 years old. It was the time where we was rocking those high top fades, and then the guys they will like put up the pants like to the belly. That's what
In
he's talking
'95,
about. And he said, wait now, so we can catch
that's the
him.
'80s.
So we can catch him now. He's
He's
saying
dressing like a
that
whole
the
black
Africans.
American.
Saying
He's dressing like an
he's saying that
African.
the He's saying that the Africans went to his country dressing with the pants all the way to their titties. First of all, men do not have titties. How is this happening? This guy is he
Listen. Don't lecture me.
like
You can't lecture me. You're
what are
an
we talking?
African to me.
I
Listen, I'm
know.
going to teach you
Of
something.
course, I'm
Don't
proud
try
to
to
be a
lecture
fucking
me
African.
because
I'm proud to be an African.
I'm from the developed area.
If you
I'm living
Trying to be
almost my whole life
African,
in
why are you
Europe. You
here in the
understand?
United
So
States?
don't think that you can come try to lecture me and try to correct me because I'm going to correct you because you're from Africa. You just came to be. I
I
was
love
here
it.
before you
I love it.
before
I
you
love it.
came over here or
I
start
love
to
it.
speak about
I love
us.
it.
You can't speak about us. You understand?
First
let
of
me
all,
add one thing. Let
who
me
are
add
you
hold,
talking? What do you mean us? Who are you
hold up,
talking
hold up,
to?
bro. Hold up. Let me say
What do you
one
mean
thing, bro.
us?
Hold up, bro. Hold up. Let me say one thing. The host say that while ago he went to the Kenya and he sees like Somalis calling the other people, and I understand your point. One thing we'll learn here in when we come United States, we didn't know before who United States is, but we learned for them. We learn here when we come United States. We learn that there's something called divide and rule. Okay, I don't mean to disrespect you, but that's one thing we learn, and now we are adapting that and we using toward how we can build back home in Africa. I just want to add one thing conclusion here. Yeah, I want to add one thing, and I want to know what America foreign policy toward in Africa. Anybody can tell me that? And again, why Africans are here. I just want to know those two things. If you can.
So give me the first question again. What was the first question?
The first question is what is the American foreign policy toward Africa?
What is
Nothing.
the American foreign policy
Nothing.
Toward Africa?
I don't know. But what was
Nothing.
the second question?
Okay, if that needs to be explanation of that is, I'm not exactly, but as politicians told me that is, there's no brain or young people could lead in Africa. Okay, those older people could lead, so the Westerns can take advantage of it. And most
That's
of
it.
people, the reason they coming in here, they want to make it. They soldiers actually. They want to make a change in here where the heat coming from. Honestly, as Somali speaking, okay. In order for us, my country to get it peacefully, we need to learn the education in here and go back over there and build over there. One thing, the things FBA and Black Americans and all the immigrants here, that's calling the Black Americans names or doing something. That's a disrespectful, honestly. I mean, to my position and understanding.
No, to tell you the truth, I see them coming. It's a new thing. But I also see the point. I see them coming. They're gonna get better. I know that. But when you say when you talk about Africa, then all of a sudden you speak about Somalia. I'm part-time into the military. Let me give you a true story. One day, we had a military ball, and the other soldiers they were surrounding me, and they want to introduce me to some guy. So I said, "Oh yeah, I spoke to him before. He's from Somali, right?" They said, "Yeah, he's from Somali." But then what happened was during the time that they were telling me about him, he told them that he was not from Africa. So I'm like, that's kind of like, what is that? How is it that you're in the continent of Africa, but then again, you're not Africans? But we already know the history of how those people got into Somali. You see, that place they call Somali is in Africa, but the people that reside there, okay, are not Africans, because if you pay attention, you will see that there is nothing Afro about those people. Instead, it's all Arabs. You will see it. The same thing if you go to Mauritania. All those places, Egypt itself, were occupied by black people. You see, as a matter of fact, let me give you facts before I can become ghost here tonight. Too much. This one is for you. You see, Egypt, okay? The people that were actually residing in Egypt, they were the people who we now call the Sudanese. But what happened was they came from the eastern part of the world and they took over whatever thing they did. They did that. And they were joined by the whitey people. So they shot up the nose of the things and all that. But to cut it short, they drove them out. When they drove them out, they went across the desert to a place, a biblical name that they give it, called Masada. Can you guys hear me so far?
Yeah, we can hear you, brother, but
I'm about to bounce. So what happened was they pushed them out to a place, and they found that place, and they found that place called Sudan. The word Sudan means black, okay? And they still follow them.
All right. Do you feel that Black Americans and Africans should unite?
Man, this is let me tell you something, man.
Do you feel like that? Yes or no? Yes or no?
We already united.
We already united. In what way? What do we benefit? What do Black Americans benefit from uniting with you?
Okay, so what do black people benefit out of uniting with us African people?
There was two questions that Wadani asked before you just came in and started taking us through.
Well, why?
Giving us a history.
I really want to.
Hold on, brother. You just come in and I swear to God, you don't stay on topic. You just jump. Somehow we end up back in your homeland, and we're not trying to go there. Okay, we're not trying to go there.
You don't want to go there.
You don't even want to be there. Let's keep it above. But he asked me, what was the second question again? Why do you think Africans are here, or what was the second question? What, Donnie?
Why Africans are why Africans are here? Why they coming here?
Okay, I can tell you exactly what number two is. I can tell you the very reason why Africans are allowed here in America and why America is going along with this immigration and allowing Africans to come in. You guys are supposed to be the buffer class for foundational Black Americans. See, they don't want to be looked at as racist, right? So they bring you guys in, which is a more docile version of us, and you guys are more accepting to Americanized ways, if I can say it like that. You guys look up to them, and they know that. So they would rather put you in a position of power, and then they can say things like, okay, say Black people don't need reparations, and Black people are lazy, and they can say you're better than Black people because you weren't a slave, and see, you're much more regal than these Black people. They're just so ghetto, and they're just so rebellious. They're just so resilient, and they use that colonized mindset as a buffer class. That's why you guys are in our politics. That's why they'll put you guys in a managerial position over foundational Black Americans, rather than giving us that role that deserve it. They'll give it to y'all because they understand you guys are easily used. You guys, especially Somalians, most, probably like 60-70% of Somalians claim white people.
Yeah, thank God. You should have said the Somalis. Leave the African people. Say the Somalis.
Hold on, brother. I've seen some West Africans, and when you look at their passport, they're Black as hell, but they got YT on it. So I've seen that too. I've seen it both ways. But Somalis for sure, I've seen their IDs and they have YT on it. You know what I'm saying? Middle Easterners for sure. When you see their ID, them Arabs, they have YT on it. So they know that you guys are going to come here and you guys want to obtain whiteness. You guys want to be adopted into the family. Because here's one thing you're not going to find. You're not going to find a foundational Black American that's going to accept crap from a YT person. You're not going to find a foundational Black American who's not going to stand on business and help his people if he could. Now, what you will find is you'll find an African who don't care nothing about no Black American, and then he'll do more for Africans and YT than he'll ever do for a foundational Black American. And white people like that. Let's keep it up. White people like that. White people like Africans that they can boss around, that look up to them, that think they come from master race.
Yeah.
We never look at white people like that, son. We don't look at
when you say that, when you say
that's just what's wrong. He's been talking the whole time and not listening. He's not listening to nothing you saying, Mr. Too Much.
Yeah, he wants to run the
narrative. When you telling him nothing but facts, they brought you guys down here as to just disrupt what we got going on with them. That's all it is to it. And they paying you to do it, and you taking the cash. You taking the cash. That's all it is. They paying you to come down here and get in our way.
And the thing about it,
to disenfranchise us, and you don't understand it because you want to keep talking. And you don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, sis, and the thing about it, what you said is very true, is because they're more docile. And I will use a prime example. Back in the day, I was a veterinarian technician. I was doing it for like 7 years. I was well qualified to run my shift. But I did not like the certain ways that my boss, who was a YT, instructed us to go to certain areas. So I would tell her, hey, why can't we go to these areas? Why don't you send this crew there? And I was well qualified. She got one of this wasn't an African. This was actually a Caribbean person, because they fall in the same boat too. Jamaicans, the Trinidadians, the West Indians too. She got a more docile person that would just listen to whatever. Yes, that would not push back for what was right. And he got that position over me. So this what he's talking about is facts. when they send y'all into these neighborhoods to run over certain things or to put you in a higher position, is because y'all more docile. And we always been fighters. I don't know what type of story you have been told, like, oh yeah, we just all been, slaves or whatever, but it's a lot of stories, it's a lot of lies, it's a lot of history, fake history. And
No,
the
Mr.
fact
Too
is we
Much
had to
said it
fight.
perfectly. It's like when you at school and it's a bully and you don't want to be bullied, baby. You suck up to that bully. You get on his team. You
Yeah,
don't
they
want to
bully
be.
us.
You don't want to be the prey. You want
Yeah.
to be the person that's dishing out the shit, not the person that got to take the shit.
Yeah, and those guys, like I had mentioned when I first came on here, how I had to use the bathroom at that McDonald's, and they didn't even check the white couple receipt. It was Nigerians, West Africans. Did not check the white tea receipt to see if they brought anything to use the bathroom. It was all teeth for them. And my girl,
That's how. See. Here's the thing. That also comes from their homeland. Listen, they come from a place where you have to
Too much.
scam to get
Mr. Too
ahead.
much. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. Sorry to interrupt. I have a phone call. I gotta go. All
All right, take care, brother. See, they come
right,
from a
peace.
place. Yes, they come from a place where they have to scam. Listen, their only hope is to get a government job. And you know what happens when them Africans get a government job? They steal money. That's what they do. They steal resources and bring it back to their tribe. That's all they do when they get in government. You always hear about these government scandals and these scams, and all of a sudden these people who work in the government, they went from being dirt broke to now they got this big old house that they're building. How are they able to do that?
They been scamming. Did you see that
Scamming.
Delta Airlines? That Delta Airlines right there. Too much. That Delta Airlines, they went,
Man.
look, they found a death
A
certificate
death certificate.
and they passed it to all their co-workers. Because if you have a death certificate, you get a grievance package and you get money and stuff because some of your people died and you get to take off. So they was passing it all around. Everybody was in on it, and they all got fired from Delta Air. And they had hundreds of them working there, and they all got fired because they all was using the same death certificate, changing the name. They didn't change none of the numbers or nothing. They just changed the dates and the names, and they all got fired for it. They all got fired. That's what they do.
Hold on. Let me see if I can pull this picture up, man. Did y'all hear about that? This is a Nigerian scam again. Let me see if I can bring this picture up.
I would like to see it because I don't know about that one.
Hold on. It was on TMZ. 𝗔𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀 and her husband booked on fraud charges in Maryland. We're not even going to talk about the scamming going on in Minnesota, in Minneapolis. We're not even going to go there. We might go there, but let me see. Did y'all see this? Can y'all see that a little bit? A little bit.
Yeah, I see two faces.
We can see it's a man and a woman. We can see them a little bit.
Let me take off the film. Let me take off the stuff here. Hold on. Let me take off the film so I can really show y'all this, man, because this is crazy. All right, let me do this. Let me move this light out the way right here. Hold on. Y'all see that? Them are Nigerian.
Clear now.
Them are Nigerian scammers. 𝗔𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀 and her husband. These are two Nigerians booked for fraud charges in Maryland. They come from, listen, the reason why they're so good when they get into politics, because trust me, once they figure out where the money's at and how to get the money, they're gonna sing, dance, whatever they got to do to get to that money. And they understand. And listen, if the white man go say this about black Americans, they're gonna. Why do y'all think they were so they love Charlie Kirk so much? Do
It
y'all
was
know
the
how
money
much these
thing.
Africans love Charlie Kirk so much?
They was getting that money.
Brilliant. Charlie Kirk, man, a Blexit or whatever he got a. Y'all know Charlie Kirk got a black turning point group called Blexit that they're letting on. They're doing a tour on black colleges right now, and when y'all see these people come and they say turning point and they're black, just get them off your campus. Don't even waste time debating them. Don't even waste your time. These are Charlie Kirk clones, and they're immigrants. They come from an immigrant background. You might find one stupid foundational Black American in that whole bunch, and I don't believe it. I don't believe there's even one. They're all Caribbean, they're all African, and they're all going to come to your HBCU and tell you how terrible the Black community is. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, and the thing about it, okay, so those people they get arrested and they're labeled as, they're not looking at them as, hey, these are Africans, Nigerians. They're being labeled as black, and that messes up the statistics on arrest rates and conviction, because even like in Brooklyn, growing up in Brooklyn, like I'm a Black American, foundational Black American, and I grew up in a neighborhood that got Trinidadians that look like me, Jamaicans, Africans, and they commit these crimes. They come here with their own tribal or gang culture from them islands, and they chop up somebody, hit them with a machete or whatever, and that goes down as, okay, yeah, a Black person committed a crime. And then the outsider, as a white T, they would look at it and be like, hey, you guys make up only 13%, and y'all got a high conviction rate, but we got people like this that's doing stuff like this in our communities. They're not looking at that.
That's true.
I don't even think that they acknowledging that. Why would we let them on HBCU campuses when they just assassinated Charlie Kirk? And when they assassinated him, they threatened the HBCUs. Why would we want any of that mess on our campus? And why it's a lot of violence in the white community. It's white on white crime. Go talk to white people about the crime they're committing in their neighborhoods, at schools. I think that's way more important than grown people on grown people crime. It's way more important to talk about school shootings.
Yeah, and here's what they never talk about. They always want to use per capita, but they don't talk how 65% of the crime in America is white people crime.
Yeah,
they only want to mention 55% of Black American community commits crime, or 55% of the Black American community is committing the Black American community is committing like 56% of the crime. But they don't want to talk about their 65% of the crime in America is done by white people. I just let that sink in, because a lot of people try to jump to per capita, but just let that sink in. There's 300 million people in America?
Yeah.
65% of the crime in America is YT.
Yeah, and that's true.
56% of the crime in America is Black. But what they forget to tell you, and what YT don't have, is how many YT people are getting exonerated from crimes, and how many Black people are getting exonerated from crimes.
Exactly. And this is coming from a correction.
We are the most convicted, but we also have the most overturned convictions.
But you know what? I think us as as Black people, I think that we need to start forming our own groups, and we need to start going to PWIs, and we need to put the focus on white crime. Since they want to steady put the focus on us, I think we ought to go with our cameras and set our boards up and go to their schools and talk about school pupillings and talk about how...
You know why I wouldn't suggest that? Because they'll exercise their power against us. That's what they'll do.
Yeah, they will.
They'll exercise their power to silence us and do things, and we'll be putting ourselves in situations that we don't even need to be in.
But you know what?
We could.
But you know what? We can have it all over the TV, and we'll go to the press, and we'll act just like them. Let's just act just like them.
Press won't even put it up there. Now, social media, we can definitely when it comes to social media, we dominate social media. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know Black people dominate social media.
And we're turning the narrative. I've seen that we are turning the narrative. They keep trying to hide it on regular news, but then it keep coming out.
Listen,
it keep coming.
TikTok could not exist if it wasn't for black content creators. Black people run TikTok. We run it.
We are
We
the
run all
culture.
the trends, all every
Agree.
listen. When they took the U.S. away from the U.K., oh, them UK people didn't know how to act. They could no longer see what Black Americans were doing, what Americans were doing. They lost their mind. They couldn't think
And,
TikTok fast enough for getting us back connected to each other.
and sister, I understand exactly where you're coming from. I'm a CO, a corrections officer for MDOC, Mississippi Department of Corrections, and yes, we do have our issues in our own community that we will clean up, but they don't address the issues in their community. And I'm telling you this from being a CO. I worked in Rikers, Nassau County, in New York. I worked in East Mississippi, over here in Mississippi, and now I'm at South Mississippi Correctional Facility. When they get locked up, it's always child predator, if you know what I mean. Child predator. They never address that issue. Child predator or mass puming. But really, they do have a big issue in their own community, and that's child predators. Like I kid you not, at least 80% of the people that's in the prison where
Arch, I agree.
in the
I'm
prison,
about to back you up. I'm about to back you up. See,
yeah,
there,
80% of the. Oh, go ahead, brother. Go
no,
ahead.
no, no, I'm sorry. You go ahead. You go ahead and finish what you're saying. I got a point.
Yeah,
I just,
at least 80%. So basically, we get inmate rundown whether they're red tagged or not. They don't talk about red tagging neither. I'm gonna see y'all. I'm gonna put you on. Red tagging is basically when they come inside, we have to know what did they do, and we look up they rap sheet, and we know where to place them. You don't just place anybody anywhere, and most of them are placed in the PC area. The unit where I work is mainly PC, so you will see a lot of YTs. They create some of the most heinous. I'm telling you the stories, and it's really not even outside people that they do it to. They do it within their own family with the child predator stuff.
That's what I want to get on right there. Listen, within the Neanderthal gene, we were just talking about this in the Telegram today. In the Neanderthal gene,
Break it down.
it's a mental health problem that is inherited down the line. Let me tell you what YT people see. Black people, we know this because we used to wash their clothes. We used to live right next to them. We used to do everything for them. And guess what? When we raise their kids love us. Why? Because we were their protectors. We were protecting the children from the parents. You always see YT people when they see somebody black that's been in their family. They run up and they hug them and they embrace them like they love us. Why? Because in the YT community, and we can go back to Europe with this. We can go to Arab with this. Listen, man, their culture is not our culture. I wish I had delineationist on here because he actually has a book about this. Listen,
I need to have that book. Too much.
Degenerate. I'll give you the link for it. These people are degenerates. Okay, the things that the term "keep it in the family" that comes from their community. Why would they say keep it in the family? Because in the family they can isolate it and they can control it. Because they don't want the world knowing what they're doing. That's why they say keep it in the family. When they say keep it in the family, they're talking about incest. You're talking about PDF file.
Yeah.
Okay. You're talking about abuse, negligence, all the violence, the most vicious beatings you can. Let me tell you, man, this is what they do. This is why you won't find no foundational Black American looking up to no YT, because we know who they really are. They're degenerate. They don't have any heroes. There's no heroes in their bloodline. We're their heroes. They have to make our heroes their heroes. They have to whitewash our heroes and make them their heroes because they don't have any.
Yeah, and the false heroes that they do put up, you check their background and they got some horrific stuff up in there going on.
They come from violence. They have a violent culture, And it goes all the way back to the Caucasus Mountains, the way they had to grow up and survive.
Yeah.
But
They are
me and
violent.
my husband watch a lot of adult films. And if you would see how in adult films, if you watch the other side and you don't watch your own folks on adult films and you watch they folks, all they say is stepmama on stepson, dad on stepdaughter, all kinds of it's all kind of sick stuff.
And they
I'm
really
gonna
mean
check that
incest.
out.
And they like
They
little
really
kids.
Bestiality.
No, I'm not gonna check that
they
out.
really mean incest when they
You
say
know,
that.
we know what they. That's what I'm
You
saying.
know,
That's what they
listen,
mean.
Hey,
listen.
that's interesting.
They have a whole town in France. Okay, they have a whole town. This is Candace Owens unlocked this, y'all. So listen, I'm not a fan of Candace Owens and her belief, but hey, bro, clock is right sometimes. This girl Candace Owens called out the Macron family and where their family comes from an incestuous town. The whole
Down.
town was incestuous. Sigmund Freud was the reason why Sigmund Freud was allowed to say things like, "Oh, you have an Oedipus complex. You really want to sleep with your mother or your father or that was all propaganda to shut these kids up from saying things that was happening to them in real life. They were getting their father was doing, their mother, everybody was doing things to these kids, and they had Sigmund Freud say, "Oh, you're just crazy. You had an Oedipus complex. You're attracted to your parents." They would use this guy to and that word hysterical. You know how they use hysterical for women? That came from Sigmund Freud trying to quiet women from telling them what's going on in the family, because the women started telling. They started saying, "Hey, this is what's really going on in my family," and they're like, "No, not such and such. He's so respected. He's no. This stuff was really going on." And they sent him to the psychiatrist, and Sigmund Freud would just say, "Oh yeah, you have an Oedipus complex, or you're suffering from mass hysteria." That term hysterical for women, that was used to silence women, silence abuse that they were going through.
Yeah.
And this is all from YT. We don't do that. That's why I love being Foundation Black America, because we're not guilty of any of the things that they're talking about.
And I couldn't even go as far as this. Some people even say, "Hey, all right, you're going a little too far," but I feel we have a soul and they don't.
Brother, do y'all notice that YT people love to say LGBTQ? I just say like that LGBTQ things with each. They love to play. They play around in ways we don't even play around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had a whole show. Remember
When
the show
they
called
play, most of the
Jackass?
time.
Remember the
Sorry.
show Jackass with Johnny Knoxville and all of them? And
Yeah,
they find certain things funny where they and they'll touch each
they
other and
find
stuff like that.
things
They
funny
yeah,
that we don't even find funny.
Funny.
we not we
I
I
never
told
found
you,
that
we're not.
funny. I never
And
watched those shows.
they
But
play
look,
like that with each other
a lot
all
of
the
people
time.
a lot of people also say, hey, like the people that just want to just be worldwide, we're all humans. And I think that's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Yes, we are all humans, but at the same time, just like the bird family, you have some birds that fly higher than birds, some fly lower. You have the owl who can turn his head 360. An eagle can't do that. You have domestic cats that can come inside the house. You have a lion. You have a that can't run as fast as a cheetah. Why would the creator create all of us to be the same? We're
Yeah.
not the same. We are the
All we
ones.
have to do is look at
We're
that
the ones
Epstein
that taught them
scene.
how. Yeah, we're the ones that taught them how to wash,
Family,
how to
where's our
bathe.
Epstein? Listen, they're trying to make Diddy our Epstein, but Diddy ain't got nothing on Epstein.
Do you see how they trying to turn that around?
Yeah,
Diddy was having stuff going on with the people that he was messing with. Come on,
but look,
stop.
check this out.
These
Check
people
this
was
out. But it
wrong.
goes
Diddy was
deeper than that
groomed
because
and he was a freak, man. That's it. That's
yeah,
it.
Thank you.
The man was just a freak.
he was a grown freak. But the thing about it, it goes deeper than that because he had a deal with Tariq and them white tees. Well, they had their thumb on him. Now, when he left Ciroc, the alcohol, and he made the 𝗣𝗲𝗄, he went to Mexico and found a distiller to make his own tequila, and he wanted to be separate from having a white thumb over him with the Ciroc. That's when all these allegations came out. It was
Yeah,
deeper
because
than
he
what
wanted
people
his
think.
distribution to go out instead of just be focused on BLK people. He wanted his
No,
distribution to be.
it had nothing to do with that. It had something to do with the white tea was no longer in his pockets.
See, this is what it
No,
is,
it had to
family.
do with his. If you looked at the case, it had to do with the distribution. They wanted to keep him cornered in to only being able to get, black people to buy his alcohol. They didn't want him to furbish out and be able to get his distribution over to all people. And that's
Yeah, but
what's
that
his
has to
thing.
do
Go
with
look at the
money.
lawsuit. Go look at the
Yeah,
lawsuit.
that all had to do with that. At the end of the day, it all had to do
Had
with
to do with
money.
money, though,
You know,
and
it had the white thumb over him, and it had to do with money. And
Listen,
𝗣𝗲𝗄,
y'all
he
seen
was
that
the own
movie?
stuff.
Y'all seen that movie, The Godfather of Harlem? Have y'all seen that?
yeah.
Do
Yeah,
y'all
is
realize
that with the clothing?
Bump,
That's with
Bumpy Johnson and
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Cornell, what's his name? Forrest Whitaker. Forrest Whitaker.
Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker. So he did an excellent job. But I want y'all to see the theme that's in that whole thing. They were never going to let Bumpy Johnson do it alone. They always had to be cut in on every deal because they were afraid of a black man coming into true sovereignty, true
Yeah,
power.
I still
They
have to watch that
every time he
series.
tried to do it alone, they they tried to sabotage him. They tried to create positions to where he would always need them. He would have to partner. They would use the genius of Bumpy Johnson to make their whole family money. Bumpy Johnson he changed the numbers. Okay, that didn't work. They caught on. He changed the color of the DRUGS. They caught on. So they came at him. He switched delivery drivers, routes, everything to get it. He even got out of the business and went into square business, and they still would not leave him alone. I want you to understand that's how it is. We are the true geniuses of America, and they'll never, of the world, really, and they're never going to leave us alone. Instead of working with us, instead of having a true partnership with us, they
Preach
would
it.
rather control us, control our genius. Because here's what we know. If they allow our genius to run rampant, we'll put the whole world out of business. Look at the brother in
Preach it,
Georgia
brother.
who turned plastic into gasoline, high octane gasoline to be the guy. What did he do? He powered a scat back. His
yeah,
gasoline powered a scat back. Listen, if we don't get to that brother first and fund that brother,
He done.
he's gonna be working for the YT man. Or they're gonna say, you know what? Shelf it. We'll take his
oh yeah,
patent and shelf it. They'll rather pay him off and
Mhm.
shelf it.
oh
Lock it
yeah.
away in the Vatican.
Or
Lock it
they'll
away
steal
somewhere for
it.
the
Or
future.
they'll steal it and and
Or
and
they'll
and,
steal it.
and have
Patent
his head. They'll
Just like
steal it and have his head.
Henry Ford. They try to give him the credit of the car, but the car was actually invented by a black man with the last name
Floyd
Patterson.
Patterson. Floyd
Yeah,
Patterson
Floyd
invented the
Patterson.
car.
Yeah,
He invented the first car. He was Henry Ford wasn't Henry Ford's credited with mass producing
mass
the car.
production.
Did y'all know that we had cars in the black neighborhoods before YT people did?
Hmm.
Yes, I do know that. Yep, I knew that.
We were driving around in cars while they were still on horse and buggy, family.
Yeah,
But you see what happened to that man that created that thing that for that water. You see what happened to him when they went and they pew pewed up
Sabotage.
that grocery store and try to make
Yeah.
it like it was a mash. What's
Hey,
the
listen.
name?
Well, now they got to deal with the brother that said forget water powering everything. Now they got to worry about plastic, which is going to save the environment. Getting rid of all the plastic and turn it into gasoline is actually going to be better for the environment.
oh yeah,
And
Now they got
people
to deal with
just lightly just come out with this stuff You can't just come out with this stuff. They will have your head.
Did y'all know the very first light bulb, the very first working light bulb, lasted forever? Did y'all know that?
I did know that. I learned it like 2 months ago though.
Meeting. They had this is what corporations do. This is what like the diamond, and this is what industries do to make sure they work like a mafia. Industries work like a mafia. There's like 4 or 5 families in this industry, and they're like, okay, listen, if we let this joker make his light bulbs, he's gonna put us all out of business because they're only gonna buy one light bulb one time, and they're never gonna buy another one. We need people to keep buying light bulbs. So this is the deal. If you make a light bulb, it can't last more than 75,000 hours, 35,000 hours, 40,000 hours, so that when they buy the light bulb, they got to keep coming back to get another light bulb because this light bulb it's going to blow out. If we make things that are perfect, they'll stop buying them. They'll only buy one. And they'll just pass that one down to family members. That's how they thought. So same thing with diamonds. They know diamonds are worthless. There's no scarcity. So you know how they make diamonds scarce? They buy it. They control all the diamond mines. And they say, oh, they just lie. Oh, we only produce this many diamonds.
No. What about the plastiline, brother?
He just was talking about it.
I just talked about that, brother. You're late.
I'm sorry. I'm new in here, man.
I hear you. I hear it in your voice. Where are you from?
Missouri.
Where's your family from?
I was born in California State, but my native family is from the Iroquois Nation up by the Great Lakes.
Okay. So you're Native American?
Yes.
Do you look? I mean, do you look like? Okay, let me just say. I'm trying to say it in a nice way. Do you look more Italian, Hispanic, or white?
Well, that's opinion mattered. I can share my picture if you want.
Yeah, just cam up. Just cam up so we can see.
All right, 1 second. 1 second.
Yeah. I just want to see if you're the $5 Indian, you know.
Yeah,
you're definitely. Yeah, you're definitely $5. You're Siberian, YT mix.
That's all good though. It's all good.
It's sad because they don't even know because it was so many years ago. They really feel. You know, it's sad because they really think that they the true Indians. It's sad. But when you go back and you look,
so y'all think y'all the real Israelites, right?
Y'all
think y'all the real natives. But yet you want to sit here and call people some racist ass.
Slow down.
$5 Indian.
Slow down.
Let me ask you
Y'all are racist more than them. Like y'all are the enemy, bro. What the fuck y'all talking about?
Let me ask you a question, sir. Let me ask you a question because before it gets all crazy, let me just ask you a question. Let's have a conversation, but let's be calm about it. Let's have a conversation. Okay. Think about this, sir. How tall are you?
You said what?
How tall are you?
6'2".
You're 6'2". Okay, you're pretty
Yes.
tall. You're pretty tall. Okay, but most of the Iroquois, how tall were they?
Well, I mean, I would imagine it varied.
Probably around 5'5", 5'8". That's around the average height of the tribe. Okay, I'm telling you right now, there's no way slow, non-athletic bows and arrows and tomahawks can hide in the dismal swamp, fight off the French, the British, or the Spanish.
Who
now,
are
you? You put a tomahawk in one of my people's hands, we're gonna take a scalp, brother. We're athletic, we're fast, we're agile, we're tall. Where we can blend in with the environment, you know what I'm saying? It's just common sense. It's just common sense, and that's all I'm coming from. I'm coming from a common sense. Look how light you look. Look how light you look. Like you can.
What does
you're
that
YT. You're YT. You're YT.
Because you're saying you're Iroquois. You're not.
Yeah, you're YT.
Have my
There's no way. There's no way. Did you know the Iroquois
card.
nation? Did you know? Have you ever heard of the Iroquois Confederacy? Have you ever heard of that?
What do you have the
It's
right
pretty
to
darn
say that?
similar
That would
to
be
the
like me speaking
Constitution.
on your Africanism.
I'm not
Who's
African.
African?
I'm not
Who's
Too
African?
much. Can I
Nobody
say
African
something?
in this room,
No,
sir.
you're
There's
the only
nobody.
one that's
Yeah, we
fucking
got one
being
African.
They
We
are
got one
look. All
African.
you
Slow
have to
down,
Hey,
do,
man.
sir,
Slow down.
out of your
Hey,
mouth is racist.
is
Alan,
no
Alan,
how?
Alan,
disrespect.
How?
Brother,
All you
brother,
have to do
I
is
Take
didn't
it
look
out.
in the
One moment.
books.
One moment.
hold
Racist.
on. I didn't say anything racist, brother. I just said everything that's common sense.
Questioning my heritage, and I
That is
know
not
That's
your
not
heritage.
racist.
you're
Okay,
racist.
listen. Do your
That's
DNA.
it.
Judge
Everything is
Run.
racist.
Bettina,
Everything is
Okay,
racist
let him
now.
speak. Let him
let's
speak.
make
Let him
it
speak.
simple.
what you're
Let's
doing
make it
is
simple.
judging me on your
Hold
opinion.
on, Alma,
You're
Hold on,
Alma,
the host is
Alma,
speaking.
Alma. Relax, brother.
you're
I'm not.
racist.
You keep, brother. Relax. But listen, I'm gonna just say it like this. Do your genealogy. If you can show me your
Yes,
my
I have
genealogy.
a card. I
My
literally have a
genealogy.
card that says that I
Listen,
am American Indian to
doesn't
my
matter.
You're,
tribe.
I'm saying do
you're
your
not.
genealogy, sir. I did my genealogy, sir. Okay, listen.
Well,
Let me let me explain this.
y'all are the natives, right?
Hold on.
Indigenous.
Calm
Oh,
down,
but
brother.
you're also Israelites,
Let
right?
me
No, indigenous.
Fucking
Alma,
everything,
let
right?
me explain it to you.
Nobody else
Let
gets
me
culture
explain it to you,
except
brother.
you. Y'all are fucking everything.
Alan.
Getting
Stop acting like
mad
a
and
caveman.
yelling
Wait a minute.
is
Wait a
Stop
not
minute.
acting
Wait a
like a
minute.
facts.
caveman.
Wait a minute.
Use
Wait,
some
please,
decor about
everybody.
yourself.
Wait a minute.
Listen, hold
Everything.
on. Hold on. Check this out. We get called Africans every day, and we don't get mad like that, brother. Our
You're talking.
lineage questioned every day by people who know nothing about us, brother, and we don't get as pissed off as you, brother. So I'm just asking you to calm down, brother, because yeah, we're challenging your ethnicity, but about it. You should be able to stand on business and give us some facts and give us some scholarship. I'm coming at you with
Exactly.
common sense. So I'm
Come
coming
with
at you with common sense,
facts.
brother. We can't hear you because I got you muted up, brother. But
It's not
what
racist because your
you need to
lineage is
calm
being
down.
challenged.
You
When
need
you
to
know the
calm
white
down.
tea people went around and lied and they done lied and they done screwed
You look,
everything.
brother. You look YT. I'm sorry. If I was to look at you, I wouldn't even think native. Not even close.
He's definitely Neanderthal.
Yeah, I think Neanderthal. Exactly. I would think you have the Neanderthal
Yeah, he's
genes, brother.
Neanderthal. So
I
easy
wouldn't
a
think
caveman can
I
do it.
wouldn't think indigenous anything. I'm sorry. Matter of fact, if we look at the old maps of America, they don't even show pictures of you, brother. They show pictures of us.
Y'all are
Go
racist.
look at the map of go
How
look
That's
is
at the
that
not
map of
racist.
racist?
go look at the
Y'all
You
are
map
can't
of
culture.
explain it because your
1609.
brain is small.
Okay,
Go look at the
look.
map of
Let me say a
1609.
few words, please.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Y'all didn't get your reparations for being African American, so now you're stealing culture.
Oh Lord Jesus,
Oh my
brother.
God.
Oh
Okay.
my. This guy
Can
is
I say
slow.
something too much?
This guy's
Period.
slow.
Go ahead, my
This
field
guy's a
note.
dummy.
Please get him.
Alan, listen.
Period.
Alan, slow down because I'm going to talk to you. The thing
Yes, sir.
that the native people, because I'm from South America, the thing
Yes,
that
sir.
the native people forget is to study the Portuguese colonialism in Asia. You understand? Because the native people in South America are a leftover of the Portuguese colonialism of Asia.
Yep.
And the Portuguese Spaniards were also around in your area. So they have some influence in your people culture also. Don't forget about that. I'm not going to speak about North America, but study the Portuguese colonialism or the Spanish colonialism.
I have
Because
14
everybody,
This
one moment, I'm almost
also.
finished.
But what he
this
failed to
guy is not
realize
even
is
a
we're not the only
Siberian.
one
This guy is
challenging
like
it.
straight YT right here.
Yeah,
He's not
one
even like
moment.
a Siberian.
The
One
government
moment.
is
Listen.
challenging
Yeah,
it now.
those are
They
Asians.
trying to
It's
take away
Asian.
they
I
funding.
know, but
Hey, I
listen, the
don't want you
natives,
to
the people that
hold on
claim to
real
be
quick.
native,
Hold on real quick. I don't want you to get banned because they'll ban you for, on the camera.
Smoking.
Yeah, so you probably want to hide that, off the camera. You can turn your camera off right now if you want to. I just don't want to get you banned, brother. If you want to do that and get banned, that's on you. But you know, you keep doing that on TikTok, they gonna cut your live off, brother, and you won't be able to come back on live for a little while. So I just want to help you out. Okay, there you go.
He's not even like one of the Siberian natives. That man was straight caveman.
He looks Irish. He looked like he could be Irish or European something. He looks.
Yeah, he was definitely like European.
Yeah, he looks European. You know,
say he looks like this, he looks like that, but he's an
All
American.
we saying is not your fault that you don't know. We're not trying to come up against you. We telling you it's not your fault.
That's fine.
Alam, the other thing that I wanted to tell you, because you're speaking about Israelites.
Black, so I'm not welcome.
Alan, slow down, because I'm going to answer what you were asking.
I'm not black, so I'm not welcome in this conversation.
Alan, are you under influence?
No, I'm.
Okay, then listen.
I've been attacked. This is
I'm
like
trying to answer your question.
I've been a part of. So,
Alan, don't be emotional. Come on, man. Let's have a conversation. You're talking about the Israelites, that we claim that title and it doesn't belong to us. And you think because of we have a dark skin color and it's not possible to be Israelites. You never heard about Dom Yaya Negro. That guy was related to Solomon. You understand? And his title was given to the Ashkenazis, and then later the Sephardic came to be. The Ashkenazis and the Sephardic Pinocchios, they are actually Gentiles. They can tell. Go talk to them what I'm telling you right now, and they will tell you that I'm right. Have you ever spoke to an Ashkenazi or a Sephardic Pinocchio?
Are you Jewish?
You understand what I'm saying?
You know, Jewish.
Are you Jewish?
Because I call myself a Hebrew Israelite. And I do that because of the historical facts. The Ashkenazis are saying to me, you're right. You're right about your history.
Oh, you're Jewish.
Right about your title. We
not
know
Jewish.
who we are. We are
not
Gentiles.
Jewish. You know, the word ish means to pertain to. You know the word Jewish means to pertain to? The word ish. Like if you're wearing a blue shirt, I wouldn't say, oh, it's bluish. That means it's sort of like it. That's where you get the word Jewish.
Yeah.
Jewish is not even in the Bible.
And I'm indoctrinated.
It's called Jew.
Y'all
it's called a Jew. And it's short for the tribe of Judah.
In their religion.
No, listen, you're a caveman. You're a caveman.
Can you outrun a foundational Black American in a race? Can you do that?
No, he can't.
Can you out-jump a foundational Black American in the long jump?
That has to do with anything.
That has to do.
You're saying the sun too long.
When you're saying that you defeated the French and the British,
are we on Afro?
Listen, I'm just telling you the facts, brother. I'm just giving you the facts. But listen,
they
make movies.
You don't want to hear the facts.
Native Americans whooping on the white people. They make movies.
He don't understand how athletic you have to be.
He's emotional. Too much.
Real
We're better than everybody.
Have you ever heard of Buffalo? Have you ever heard of the Buffalo Soldiers?
I don't care about that.
Because you're emotional.
You claim to be native and you don't care about that?
You're not share a blunt. If I sat down next to you and talked to you, like, why are we living?
Hold on. Socially, we're cool, bro.
Racism will stay alive as long as we keep
brother. I'm not racist, brother. Socially,
it'll stay alive as long as you talk about it.
Listen, brother. I'm going to speak the truth, and if the truth is, if the truth opposes your belief,
say some more Hitler shit.
I can back it up, brother. I can listen.
Well, say some more Hitler shit. Prove it. Prove your point with it. I'll shut up.
Let me explain it.
Say some more Hitler. Let's prove it.
Let me prove it. And
I'm talking.
Let me. So in my family, right, my great it's either my great or my great grandfather or grand uncle, the brother of my grandfather, is a full-blooded Cherokee. Full-blooded. Document everything, right? Now, when you look at his mother and father, he has the same mother and father as my grandfather. But on his document, he's Cherokee, but on my grandfather's document, he's Negro. How do you make a mistake like that? How does one of the siblings who have the same mother and father, how are they different? How come
You
one is
don't.
labeled black and one is
You
labeled
move
Cherokee?
on. Be
How is that?
better. Be better than that.
No, it's
I know.
coming
Answer
out
the
that they
question.
suing. It's coming out they suing. They did it
Hold
on
on, hold on.
Answer the
purpose.
question.
Sis, hold on. Sis, answer the question, man.
You explain that to me, sir. How come my great 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 uncle is full-blooded Cherokee, has the same mother and father as my grandfather, my great great grandfather, and how come he's labeled Negro?
We're talking about people that are dead or almost
Yeah,
dead.
but I'm asking you why their paperwork, one is Cherokee and one is Negro. Why is that? And they have the same mother and father.
Because our government is trash and it's not about race. It's about poverty. It's
Do you
about
know who
haves
Walter
or
Pleckard is,
it's
sir?
about
What are
money.
you
It's
talking about?
Do you know who Walter Pleckard is, sir?
no.
Okay, you should Google. I got some homework for you, so you can get some scholarship. Google Walter Pleckard, and
What did the race card gain us?
what you Google Walter Pleckard because it does. Listen. Ethnicity matters, sir. Ethnicity and
How?
culture matters, sir. We're not all one big amalgamation. Listen, I know.
No.
I know. Martin Luther King
You
said,
have no
"I have a
life for me?
dream." And we all
You
gonna
have
work together, and we all gonna hold hands, go side by side. But let me tell you something, sir. That has not worked out for
in
the
the
for the
past.
American Negro. That has not worked out
You're
for the American
keeping
Negro.
it alive.
His dream,
You are the
his
problem.
dream,
You are
his
keeping it
dream.
alive.
Listen, brother. Martin Luther King's dream is
You're
light
keeping it
years.
alive. I wasn't alive.
I
Hold
know
on,
you're
brother.
a
Hold
caveman, but
on,
learn
brother.
some decor.
Don't
Hold
Joshua, no,
on,
no,
brother.
don't call
Martin
him
Luther
like that.
King's dream is
We all know, we already know who
the
he is.
foundational Black American nightmare. Because for some reason, not because
What
of
about
us,
American Indian
not because of,
nightmare?
hold
What
on,
about?
just hold on, brother. Not because of us.
Oh God!
White
Let's keep it
people
alive. Let's
just
keep talking
don't
about it.
want to get along
Let's keep
with
it
us.
alive.
No. Listen. We're gonna keep reminding you. We're gonna keep reminding you of your history. We're
And
gonna
you're gonna
keep
keep it
reminding you
alive.
of all
You're
the
doing what
YT
you're
people
preaching
that
about.
took
You're keeping
advantage
it
of the
alive.
dog roll. We're gonna keep reminding how all the YT people, the Ellis Island ones and the degenerates took advantage
Let's see
of
how
the
that does
dog
you.
roll so they can get some money and paid off the
Let's see
Indian
how that
chief
does
so
you.
they can become Indian. We're gonna keep reminding you of that. We're gonna keep. Matter of fact, we're not gonna stop telling the truth.
How's it
We're
gonna
not gonna
serve
hide
you?
the truth. We're not gonna
How's it
stop
gonna
hiding
serve
the
you?
truth. We're gonna continue to speak the truth. When we see racism, we're gonna call it out.
How is it gonna serve you?
When we see a lynching, we're gonna call it out because guess what? We're called to
As you
judge.
should.
We're called
As
to
you
judge.
should. That's not what I'm
You
We're
don't
saying.
called to
understand. Our
judge. Hold
land was
on.
stole from
Listen.
us.
We're called
You're
to
talking
judge.
about Native
No,
Americans.
we're not talking.
No,
My
Listen,
we're
land
sir.
was
not.
We're
stole
not.
from us.
Too
My
much, too
land was
much,
stole from us.
too much.
You're
We
How
have
you're
you
a
gonna
Fuck that.
brother? Your
We
land is
gotta
in
let
Europe.
it go at some point.
Your land is in Europe. Your land is not here. You may have been here around the same time that we were here, but that's only because we invited you here as a guest. We allowed you to come here. We allowed you to have your own land and do your own thing, and we didn't
Have a good
bother
night.
and you
we didn't
smiled in our
bother you.
face.
We traded with you, and then you know what you did as soon as you saw those Pale Riders come over here, you sided with the Pale Riders.
Exactly.
They
He's
stole
gone.
our heritage.
And then you went to Indian, what you call them, boarding schools back in, but you went through Indian training schools so you can be taught how to act like us.
yeah. Does he know anything about the $5 picture?
He don't know nothing
He don't.
about
He
it.
don't listen. He don't want that. You gotta understand. Listen, what we're telling him, we gave him so much truth. He he might think his life is over. We might have to check on him. We might have to do a house check on him, a house call on that brother, because what I just said destroyed everything that he was ever taught.
Thank you.
Listen,
He been fully
the wicked
indoctrinated.
listen, the wicked flee when no man pursueth, man. That man, he know the truth, man.
Man,
He
listen.
know what he know what the
Listen.
truth is.
I just questioned his
He learned today.
ethnicity and asked him to prove it. I proved mine. I told you, my great 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 grand uncle is Cherokee, full blooded.
Yeah.
But his brothers and his sisters are not. Why is that?
Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard for these Siberians and YT to believe that us melanated Black Americans were already here in America? Why? And there's so much proof of it. That was a whole
It's
big lie
only
that we
in,
all came on boat.
it's
That
only in
was
the Library of Congress.
it's like
They didn't bother to take it out.
it's like common sense. Okay, so if these settlers, these YTs came over here to America and they already seen that there was indigenous Black people here, why in the world did they why in the world would they not enslave those people, which they did? We're prisoners of war. Instead of going all the way to Africa, to a whole continent where you would lose half of your product on that journey to come back to America.
Now here's how I can bring Wadini back in the conversation. Wadini, okay? Just like the Palestinians, right? When they accepted the small hats into their land, brought them in their house, let them stay in their house. Said, okay, man, you guys are being persecuted everywhere you go. Come stay with us. The Palestinians treated them like we treated the paleface. Treated them like we treated the Native Indians. We said, "Come, man, y'all
Siberians.
come, y'all cool here. You guys can have this part of the land, and we'll take this part of the land, and we'll share this water over here." That's what the Palestinians did with the small hat, and you know, and then let them live in their house, and then when they went away to mosque, when they went to the mosque to pray, you know what happened? You know what they did? Change the locks.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Trying to come back to your house that you invited these people in to come stay with you, and then you change the locks and say,
and
you don't live here no more.
And
you
listen,
need to go find another place to live because this is our house now. That's exactly what they. So all those big plantations that y'all think these YT, they didn't build that.
No.
We already had those things. We were agriculturalists. We were biochemists. All of us. George Washington.
We already built.
George Washington Carver was the first biochemist in the whole entire world. Let that sink in for a minute. The very first biochemist in the world was a foundational Black American named George Washington Carver, and they had that brother neutered.
Wait a minute, George Washington, wasn't that the president?
George Washington Carver.
Carver. Okay.
Carver. Go look it up. George Washington Carver.
Hey, brother. Is that the same person that they had neutered because they had a white daughter?
Yes.
And they didn't want him messing with their white daughter?
Grew up with YT people.
Yes.
And they didn't want him messing with the daughter, so they had him. What's the better word to say it? They had
castrated.
What's a better word? They call him something else. They made him a eunuch.
Eunuch, yeah.
And he devoted his life to plants. And because of plants, you have the mass production of vehicles. He got that from plants. Did y'all know that he got the mass? He gave Henry Ford. He was Henry Ford's right-hand man, by the way. He gave Henry Ford the secret to mass producing vehicles, the assembly line. And they asked him where he got it from. He said, "Well, the plants told me." He created peanut butter. He used peanuts and created like 1,000 different uses of the peanuts. And one of them he made was peanut butter. And he also used peanuts to regerminate the ground to clean up the bad soil and make it into good soil. And they asked him where he got that from. He said, "Oh, the plants told me." This brother was always seen. Listen, the very first agriculturalist was us. The very first biochemist was us. We knew how to do things with the soil that nobody else in the world could do. Africa has tomatoes. Africa has corn, maize. That comes from here. Even camels come from America. Yeah. Hawks. Why does Egypt have a hawk god? Hawks are not native to Africa. Hawks are native to America.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. What about those birds that eat cadavers, dead bodies,
Vultures,
big birds,
vultures.
vultures?
I
Yeah.
don't, I don't know too much about them, but they're from here. We have them here. I know that. So
Yeah.
all
You
this
always saw
stuff,
them
I'm
in Lucky
saying,
Look.
just the same thing that happened over there in Palestine is just another form that had already happened over here in America to the
And
original
South America.
and South America. Yeah, the Americas we have more. Yes, that's right. We have more pyramids and more mounds than Africa ever could have.
Yeah, that LiDAR system is showing that in the Amazon there are pyramids over there. They're not going to dig for it because it costs too much. But LiDAR system is showing that there are pyramids in
Y'all
the
notice that
Amazon.
they stopped digging? They don't want to dig no more. You know why they don't want to dig no more? Because they keep finding us. The more
Mhm.
the deeper they dig, the more remnants of they want to say alien. Listen, you want to know who the aliens are? We're the aliens. I mean, we're not really aliens, right?
They are the aliens.
We're you know, when they say gods and goddesses, they're really, we were the first people that they worshipped. They were worshiping us.
It's written also in the Bible that
Melchizedek.
verse.
Melchizedek came from the America. They couldn't figure out where this man came from in the Bible, but we know where he came from. We know the God. They said that his God was the most high God. Why was Melchizedek's God the most high God, but everybody else they had their own gods? But Melchizedek's God was the most high God. You know
Who's
why?
Mel?
Because he
Who's
could
Mel?
do things and he had technology and he had things that other people didn't have. He was
Too
able to do
much.
things that other people couldn't do. Go ahead.
And who is he? What was it? The name?
Melchizedek's in the Bible. He's around the time of Genesis. He was the first person that received a tithe. He was the first person
Okay.
that people gave him a tenth of what they had. The first person to receive a tithe on planet Earth, the tithe that everybody talks about in the Bible, the tenth, was Melchizedek. Abraham gave him what, a tenth? Was it a tenth of everything he had?
Okay.
Because he was
Let me.
he was deemed such a holy. Think about this. Out of everybody on the earth, he was deemed the most holiest and the most righteous man on earth.
How do you spell that?
Melchizedek, I think it's MELCHEDEVE. Just spell it out. The Google will fix it for you. Trust me. Google will get you to the right place. And he's in the Bible. Just go.
I
Everybody,
got him. I
listen.
got him. I got him.
They don't
No,
have much
no.
about him. They don't have much about him, but the little bit they do have about him is very, very telling.
I'm going to read it.
And if you just, man, just study Melchizedek, man. He was not like. Listen, you just don't come out of nowhere and they say, "Oh man, he worships the Most High God." Think about that. Think about somebody coming over here from India. Think about Gandhi coming over here, and then people thinking, "Oh, Gandhi's God is higher than the Christian God, than the Muslim God." Think about somebody thinking like that. You had to really be somebody to do that. You have to really have some knowledge and information that nobody has. And I'm telling you, the reason why they didn't know his beginning nor his end, because he wasn't from that part of the land. He was from here with us.
Okay.
He was chilling in the Americas.
Just like the Sumerians.
Man, listen. All of that, man. Listen. If you look, did y'all know that King Tut, supposedly Egyptian god, King Tut. Why he has a tomb here in why they find his tomb in America? Go look that up. King Tut's tomb. Matter of fact, Kentucky is named after King Tut.
Okay.
See, there's so many mysteries that are hidden here in the Americas right in front of our face. I keep telling y'all there's hidden knowledge and then there's forbidden knowledge. Forbidden knowledge is hidden right in front of your face. Hidden knowledge is locked away like in the Vatican where nobody can see.
Yeah.
We have a lot of forbidden knowledge. A lot of these symbols on buildings, a lot of that snakes, the pole with the snake on the ambulance, that's very telling. Somebody should do a study on that. Somebody should do a study on why ambulance have a snake wrapped around the pole. Somebody should do a study on that because that's forbidden knowledge and you can probably get some real gain just by studying that.
Yeah, you have that in the city of Amsterdam also on those old buildings.
Everywhere. Isn't that
It's
crazy?
in your face, but you have to study it.
And think
There's a
about
guy.
that. 𝗤𝗂, 𝗤𝗂𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗁, 𝗤𝗂𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗁, witchcraft. I want y'all to start thinking, are we why did they want us to give up our God and adopt their God? Why did they want us to give up our hoodoo, our ancient practices, our ancient rituals, and adopt their God? Why was it so important? Think about it. If our little hoodoo and whatever they wanted to call it back then wasn't working, why'd they want us to stop doing it? Wouldn't it be easier to conquer us if we didn't believe, if we didn't have their God and we kept believing in our God? Wouldn't it be easy to conquer because we were just practicing silly things anyway that didn't make any sense, right? And we were so primitive, right? It'd been so much because whatever we were doing was actually working.
Yeah, that's true.
Man, these people are powerful. They got some spirit in them. We got to brainwash them at birth so they don't even learn this stuff. We got to tell them, turn the other cheek when we slap them in the face. Think about that. No other religion outside of Christianity preaches to turn the other cheek.
Yeah, exactly.
Think about that. No other religion in the world says love your enemies. You show me another religion where they practice loving your enemies. You look at that Quran says, man, wipe them off, get that infidel up out of your house, up out of your space, wipe them out.
Mm-hmm.
But the Bible, Christianity says, love your neighbor. Love your enemy. Be kind to evildoers. That's some pseudoscience if I've ever heard of it. That's some trickery if I've ever heard of it. The only justice I believe in is eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, because I don't know anything better than that. You tell me what's better than eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. You tell me, you show me justice that's better than eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
Punch him in the face.
So if you punch, so that means somebody got to punch you in the face. That's fair, right? You punch somebody in the face, they should be able to punch you back in the face. Isn't that fair?
Yeah, but you knock them out.
If you get knocked out, then guess what? The justice is they get a chance to knock you out. I don't know any other justice better than eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. All other justice is not justice.
Yeah.
It's really just, it really doesn't make any sense. Going to court because you defended yourself don't make sense to me. Being punished because you stepped in and rescued somebody and now you gotta do more time than the people that actually did the crime. Think about this. You can get in trouble for retaliating. You get in more trouble for retaliating than the person that did that started off doing the wrong.
Because they own the system.
That's why we're coming out of the system. And that leads me to this, family. Listen, if you're not part of the FBA coin, I don't know what to tell you, man. Go to fbacoin.org. We're building a new ecosystem right in front of these devils, right before their very eyes. We're changing our trajectory in life. We're becoming a people that are sovereign. We wanna own everything. We don't want them owning anything. We want our own distribution. We want our own hospitals, our own schools. We want our own businesses. We are practicing group economics on another level, and we're utilizing the blockchain to do it. So check out, all I'm asking, family, is do your due diligence. fbacoin.org, fbacoin.org. Do your due diligence. If you are a foundational Black American, the time is now. Join the Telegram. Get in. We've already launched our NFTs. We're looking for 85 people to become founders. Those 85 people, you will hold 30% of the supply, making sure that our cryptocurrency, our lineage is secured in the chain, making sure we always have control over our future. You are considered founders. We have perks. We have all kind of perks available. Just get in the Telegram so we can tell you all about it. And yeah,
I'm looking at the website right
over here, fbacoin.org. Yeah, go ahead and check us out, King. fbacoin.org, man. We're doing some phenomenal things. All I can tell you is wait and see. Wait and see. That's all.
One last question to you, Too Much. What I find very fascinating. Let's first start with fbacoin.org. You know that the Caribbean and South America are slow at this moment because they are way behind in getting to know who they are and who are their real enemies among them. You have those Caribbean people in your country. I think this is what I wanted to say to the people that were here before. They are motivated by, of course, the Pan-Africanism. I'm not down with Pan-Africanism, but also the Maroons that are among them, because the Maroons are actually descendants of West African mercenaries. There were innocent people, of course, on the ships, but most of the people that were on the ships were mercenaries, and we have a history about that. And Indonesia has a history about that, because the Dutch, they were renting mercenaries from an West African king, 𝗔𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗀𝗶cie, 1836. And they were renting these mercenaries to bring to Indonesia. You know that Indonesia has 300 million people and the Dutch about 18 million people. So back in those days, you can imagine that it was too big for the Dutch. So they needed manpower. They didn't have the manpower to control Indonesia. So they were renting those African mercenaries from that African king, Ashanti king, 𝗔𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗀𝗶cie. There's a pipe, a golden pipe, in the Museum of Leiden. Leiden is a city in Nederland. And that pipe is the proof that the Dutch made an agreement with a West African king to rent soldiers from this West African king to bring to Indonesia. And these mercenaries, they brought them also to my country, and they still live in my country. They are very hostile. They get a lot of things done with the Dutch. The Dutch is giving money to them. They are very submissive to the Hindustani people, because the Hindustani people and them, they know who the real people are from the land itself. And the Hindustani people are using these Maroons, the descendants of mercenaries from West Africa, as a buffer, so that we can come up. And these Maroon people convinced most of my people to believe that they are Africans, while they are not. But what I start to see, because this year I started to teach my people, the beginning of this year, what I start to see is that my people are speaking out right now. They tell old stories of their ancestors. They are doing their genealogy. So we are slowly waking up, and this year was a very good year. I see changes coming. I'm busy.
Let me give you some scholarship on that. Let me give you some scholarship to consider. Okay, a lot of your Maroons actually were indigenous Black Americans, and they mixed in with some of the West African slaves, and they became a Seminole tribe. They became part of the Seminole tribe. And yes, a lot of the people from the Seminole tribe were mercenaries because they had to move around because they were being attacked by the British, the French, the Spanish. I mean, they were in that dismal swamp holding it down until they got tricked. Until they got tricked. And they went over there and fought in Mexico. They held the border in Mexico, fighting off all fighting for freedom. A lot of them were Buffalo soldiers, and they were fighting against the Native Americans, the red ones. They were mercenary like, and some of them, not all of them, but some of them did have African ancestry. But I want you to consider that they could have been co-opted.
Co-opted? What this? What?
They could have been. They could have been taken over. They could have been. The same thing. What happens to us when we start marching? Like Black Lives Matter could have been something positive until it got taken over by another group and they switched the agenda.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Because if you come to my country, you see a difference.
Got because their numbers were getting fewer and fewer. Now imagine all these things. They're fighting. They have to fight for everything. So their numbers are not growing. And they have families too. So their little small family, they weren't growing like that. So they had to travel everywhere. And maybe they went down into Jamaica, and maybe in order to survive, they had to do this. Maybe in order to survive, they had to do what the Dutch wanted them to do. So eventually, they got watered down so much that they changed. They morphed into something else. Just consider maybe there's research out there that can prove that. I'm just kind of guesstimating because I know the history of the Maroons. I know how they came about and the battles that they had to fight just to survive. And these Maroons, they were riders. They were some real warriors. They were really given, man. You think about that. These people were given the British Army, the French Army, the business.
Yeah, I need to tell you something about the Maroons from my country because I understand what you're talking about, but there's a difference between the Maroons from my country and the Maroons that you are talking about. These Maroons from my country, those are evil. Real evil.
I wouldn't doubt. Like I said, they could have changed. Maybe they mixed up.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe they mixed in with the African tribe. I don't know. But I know that over
in
here
my
on
country,
the United States side, and some of them did travel down into the islands into Jamaica because a lot of Jamaicans claim Maroon, like they're Maroons down there too. I don't know if they're the same Maroons, but I know
ours are different. We have different tribes of Maroons in my country. Okay. Some of them, they don't like each other. But there's a section among the Maroons of my country that are really related to the West Africans, and they show a type of behavior that is typical African and dangerous because they get a lot of things. There's a big, it's just like the people who came into your country. You didn't see it, you saw it, but you couldn't say really something about it. Sitting in your seats over there, making decisions for your people. And then now you start to really deal with them and they start feeling very uncomfortable. The same thing is happening in my country also, because we start to see what kind of game they were playing for decades. It's a long story, but the Maroon story from my country, that's true evil. I think it's different because I didn't study the Maroons from the Caribbean that much, but I have heard stories about them also, that they show the same behavior like in my country. And what you're saying, yes, it's possible that some came in and then changed the whole situation. But in my country, they are pure mercenary behavior, and they didn't mix up, because if you look at the history, how they were behaving, destroying everything, kidnapping women to take with them. And there are coming stories out of their villages where the women are crying out and the children are crying out. I'm not going to discuss it right now over here, but it's something that I need to explain to you one day, because you know why, so that you understand what the social structure is from my country. I'm on it. It's young. This is very young, and I start to see the real powers are showing themselves because of what I'm trying to do, and you know what I'm trying to do. So it's very young. We are not used to this type of change, but this change has to happen. So we have to be on top of it. And I get now a lot of good, intelligent people from my people itself who are trying to do the same also. So we are on it too much. It takes time. It's young, and also the government started in May this year. The new government, the old government from the Hindustani and those evil people, they are finished. So we have 5 years to get things done, but I want to get things done much sooner. But that's something that I will discuss with you. That's all I wanted to say. Too much. I'm going to wish you a very good sleep for tonight.
Thank you,
I'm
brother.
going to wake up right now because it's 6:28 a.m. So 9 o'clock, about that time, I'm going to do some stuff over here. Hey, enjoy your night sleep, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some sleep. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna play this song for y'all. It's called Reclassified. Y'all gotta look for the album. You're not gonna find this on Spotify yet. You know, if y'all want to hear some really great music, go check out my music on Spotify. Too Much Moxie, the new album that I had that I think I released it in June, I believe. I forget, May or June. It's called Too Much for TV. But I want y'all to hear this song, man. It's a song I've been working on. I still got some more stuff I got to do to it. But I want y'all to hear this as we go out. What's up, Nij, man? I'm about to turn it off, man. But check out this song, and then I'm going to end the live, man. Just check this out. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Hold on.
Is it also on TikTok?
Yeah. Listen. They flip the name, try to flip the page, but the story ain't changed. Copper blood in my veins, still here, still rise. Copper tone glisten when the sunlight hit. Original people, they been lying on the script. Erased up faces, but the evidence sick. In the bones, in the soil, every artifact lit. Stop, they distort what the scroll say. But the lineage don't stray. My ancestors echoing all day. I can't be erased, no way, no way. Stone cities in the dirt that they never taught. Builders of the science that the world still caught. From the rivers to the hills, man, the truth been bought. But the soul can't sell, not can't be bought. How come they reclassify, but the shine don't fade? Why? How come the first ones walk where the flags got laid? Why? How come the story buried under false parade? Why? Foundational, original, still unafraid, yeah. Reclassified, but the roots don't die. The record won't hide. Look, people still rise. Tell me how they gon' hide it when the proof still breathe. Carved heads in the stone, in the roots, in the trees. From the earth to the sky, man, the legacy sees. From the pyramids here to the seas overseas. They drew lines on the map, but the blood too pure. Changed names in the books, but the facts endure. Erased copper tones to the truth secure. Every law that they wrote couldn't shut that door. I'm the voice of the sun with the flame intact. Ancestors crowned with the gold that's black. They can hide the receipts, but we bring it back. I'm the proof for the soil and the world off track. How come they reclassify, but the shine don't fade?
All right, y'all. Peace, love, reparations, and the blockchain. Y'all take care.
Too much. I need that one on TikTok.
Say again?
I need this song on TikTok.
I haven't released it yet. I still got to mix it down. I still got to get it mastered. There's still some things that I got to add and some things I got to take out. But I'm just giving y'all a little taste of what's coming. It's coming.
Sounds good, man. I like it.
It's coming. It's coming. It's on its way. Yeah, man. Well, we didn't get a chance to roast all the Africans. I was kind of nice. I was really just talking about, Tariq Nasheed, when he came on TikTok and he was roasting these tethers, man, it was hilarious, y'all. It was phenomenal. I can't wait to see Tariq more and more on TikTok, y'all. So I'm loving it, and I'm glad these Africans get a taste of what the Africans on Twitter was getting. Now they're gonna feel it on TikTok. So, hey, we're gonna continue to stand on business, y'all. We're gonna stand up. We're gonna continue to stand on truth. You see, we don't discriminate. You can be, if you call yourself a Native American and you come up in here, we're gonna tell you the truth. We're not afraid to tell you the truth. We're not afraid to stand on business. We're not hiding who we are anymore. We're standing tall and we're standing proud. So with that being said, family, peace, love, reparations, and the blockchain. Take care.